So welcome back to the Wrath of Sureena. A week ago, you had some interesting time dealing with the Crimson Jackals. You managed to do a pretty good job in bringing them down without too much difficulty. You did. There were some bumps along the way, but you managed to deal with the problem at hand, and that's what matters. You met their leader, of which you dealt with, but you also realized that they had a connection to the cult that you've been pursuing. Well, know about, not really actively pursuing. You returned to the town. You kind of had a small conversation with Liam about what you had found. And as you exited the barracks, you were approached by Clayton of the Lethal Huntress Inn, as well as known mafia associate, who said that who was asking for some medical aid, not for himself, because he was mostly uninjured, but likely for someone at the inn itself. We resume at that moment, as he has just asked for aid.
We hadn't had time to rest or anything, right?
You have not had time to rest. You are all still injured, feeling bad.
Uh-oh. Take back off that grid and access ridge.
Out of all the people in your group, Jasmine certainly looks ready to go, if nothing else.
I'm good to go.
I think I'm good to go.
I'll go.
At least a short rest on the way here.
I was about to ask, did we get a short rest, Jared, on the way
Yeah,
here?
you could have got out a short rest.
Then I'm ready to go and think.
It was a peaceful walk back. Okay. So you're walking. It sounds like, well, probably not walking. More like an elevated. Probably not a sprint, but at least a good, fast walk, a jog.
We are briskly moving.
Briskly moving, maybe a little bit of a run. Not a sprint or anything.
I'm keeping them in eye shot. I'm not running because I can't help anyways.
That's fair. Poltrino, did you have a decision of what you were doing?
Not really.
Not really. Going along with the crowd?
Prefer not to go on another adventure without a long list, but if everyone's going on another adventure without a long list, I guess so.
Sometimes you just need adventures.
Sometimes you just gotta go.
I'm still gonna try and convince Wade to carry me, though. Please.
So, yeah. Eventually, you guys do make it to the Lethal Huntress Tavern. Everything seems normal from the outside. You don't see anything that looks, like it would be an immediate red flag, so to speak.
You see the red flag?
Hold on. Can you hear me?
No, you
Fine?
don't. I'm thinking.
Flag. So
I heard Jared completely. Am I the only
I
one
did.
hearing
You
him?
heard no. You saw no red flags.
No signs of red flags, meaning it's
I-
okay to go in there. Like we're not going to be ambushed.
I heard we
There's-
saw
there's
the
no
familiar
correlation.
red flag. So
That's not even close.
that's how it.
I
That's
don't.
how
I
it
have
cut.
half my hearing. Baby,
It's
are you
it's
okay?
it's probably just the internet.
Yeah, that was just
disconnect.
the input. It sounded like familiar red flag. I was like, oh, okay, red flag.
Oh,
okay.
my old friend, the red flags.
Is it right beside the red herring? I need to
Adults,
know.
whatever the Russian national anthem.
Red herring.
Yep.
I'm not allowed to hang out with him anymore.
So inside the
No.
bar, everything appears normal, but there's an eerie and unsettling calm in the air. Venturing deeper into the seemingly innocent bar, Clayton motions for you to follow him towards the back and then down a set of stairs. Leading you downward, you begin to smell the stench of blood in the air. And as you get downstairs, you see a somewhat grisly scene. The elven man, Silmanar, who worked as an entertainer in the Lethal Huntress, is currently lying in a pool of blood, unconscious and missing an arm. Huddled beside him, equally as battered and destroyed, is his warforged companion by the name of Jukebox. Outside of those two, you see the bartender Quentin has a javelin completely through his body.
Oh, what the fuck?
He, unlike the other two, he is conscious and awake, slowly losing blood. Standing by his side are Kamarjik and Liliana, who are doing what they can to keep him in the world of the living. Also of note in this lower room, you see Arvin and Vera standing guard in the room with their weapons.
Somebody must have played a sour note.
Clayton
That
looks
wasn't
to
very
you.
funny.
Not
That-
the time.
Very much not the time. Oh my goodness.
I thought it was great way.
All right.
And when I say completely through, I mean like a bullet wound went from one side through the other, but it's still like sticking through. Impaled by it, not like vertically through. Just to make sure that's clear.
I'm gonna reach into my
bag. Probably needs the most medical attention at this.
The one who's currently unconscious and bleeding with his arm off. If the guy's impaled, he's fine. we can worry about that in a second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out the surgical mask, apply that, and I'm gonna turn and look at the guy who's impaled.
Mm-hmm.
Just hold on to that javelin for a bit longer, okay? And I'm gonna move.
Okay.
You're doing
He
amazing.
is right. It is holding the blood in. So
I'm gonna move over to the guy that is unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
It
gonna
is clear
take
that-
a look.
It is clear that medical attention has been given to him, like hastily bandages were put onto him, but that's about
That's
it.
it.
Like,
I'm gonna unravel the bandages.
you're gonna unravel the bandages.
Has he been stabilized?
Seems to be. He's not dead.
Okay.
That's not helpful.
I would. I'm going to act as Reese's nurse, and I will move up with my supplies and everything. Also taking out a surgical, also taking out a mask and some gloves to put on.
So, tell me about this wound, because I'm gonna remove the bandages.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a cut, a tear? Like, what's going on?
For his arm,
Uh-huh.
it looks primarily like a cut. He's
Cut?
missing most of his forearm.
Most of his forearm.
So,
Okay.
like, forearm and wrist, hand, from the forearm
Still
up.
has his elbow.
Still has his elbow.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna. Ooh, do I describe this out loud? Sure. I'm gonna pull the skin
Mm-hmm.
around the enclosed space, and as I'm doing so, I'm gonna apply some antifungal, some antibacterial, and some antiviral
You're doing
antiseptic.
You're doing some
Yeah.
medical things to the arm.
Yeah, and then I'm going to stitch up the wound.
Okay. Roll me a medicine check with advantage.
KK, no problem. It's 13 on the dice, natural 20.
Okay. Yep. So to the best of your ability, you are able to do what you can for this wound to make sure that it's not infected, that, he's not going to lose more of his arm realistically, and that he won't experience continued problems from it.
Cool. Okay.
Also, because, of your high medicine check, you'd be able to determine that the cause of this was being slashed by a blade unexpectedly.
Ooh.
With someone very clearly super strong being able to hack off an entire limb.
Is the injury portion of the slash from the front or the back of the forearm?
I'll say front.
The front? And it was cleaved from top down?
Yes. It's like he was holding his arm out and when it got cleaved from the top. Like as if
Whole ass
raised.
guillotine motion.
Yeah. Basically like that.
Fuck, dude. That's rough. Is he covered in any other injury?
He has minor injuries other places, places where he was pierced, but not as severely, obviously, as this injury.
He was pierced.
Pierced.
Once
Yes, he was pierced by like a short sword
once the
in a few
major
locations.
injuries ensue, I will look to Dr. Issa. I can tend to his minor injuries if you want to look at the others.
Thank you. And I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna survey the Warforged next.
Mm-hmm.
I will roll I'll use a charge of my healer's kit to tend to this man.
Okay.
What seems to be the issue?
What seems to be the issue with Jukebox?
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of things. Jukebox looks like he's basically been dismantled from repeated attacks.
Jukebox here.
Boy.
Oh boy, love that.
We need cure wounds for that, probably.
Yeah?
Oh boy, he looking real rough.
Looking real rough.
Like super rough. Okay,
Yeah.
He's dead. He's dead.
I'm gonna puzzle piece this back together.
Okay.
And using bits of twine to pull them like the pieces back together.
Okay. I'll let you roll, I guess it would be a medicine check?
Cool. Another natural 20.
Okay.
I'll roll it again.
No. That's fair. You didn't have disadvantage or anything. I just thought of something in my mind. I was like, I guess it would be fair if this result would happen. But what's the % chance of that? I'm going to give it on a nat 20. Okay. So, from the brink, you are able to put Jukebox together enough that you think you could get reassembled and be A-okay. With your bits of twine and your expert medical knowledge, you're able to... He's very clearly designed after, what a human would look like. Or designed in a way that like most humanoid anatomy would work. So it relates relatively easily to the point where you're able to put everything back together like it's a big puzzle.
Sorry.
And whereas lesser doctors wouldn't have been able to figure this out, you're able to put him back together in such a way that he will be able to function again.
Does he appear to be stable at all?
So he appears now to be stabilized.
Okay.
Does he respond to... Do you think he'll respond to conventional medicine, I say, with my doctor's bag?
Well, he's wired like a human. So I assume, perhaps,
Alright, I
though.
will tend to his minor injury.
Thank you. I'll move on to the next one. Well, actually, I'll wait for you there.
Alright. And I will heal him for 12 HP.
Okay.
And then last guy.
The last guy. Come over to Quentin, who is still holding on to that javelin, as you told him to.
Hello, dear.
Hey.
Okay,
We'll have to remove this carefully to not cause further internal damage.
Where exactly is it located?
Abdomen area. Like lower
Abdomen?
abdomen.
I was gonna ask, is
Is
it like
it
a
near
Vlad the
the liver?
Impaler spike, or is it like through and through his stomach?
It's going from front, like in the
Yeah,
front
front.
of him to the back.
Front of him to the back of him.
Is it?
Okay.
near
It's
the
in his
liver?
lower. Yeah.
Lower abdomen to thigh. Like, I guess the area between, like, your...
So more realistically in his intestines then.
Oh,
Right. Around that area. Yeah.
around the intestines. Oh, okay.
Not
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Coulda-
I
coulda-
know how to
coulda-
fix that.
Could have narrowly missed.
Yeah, totally. I totally know how to fix that. Okay, sure.
Better than stomach acid going everywhere.
Well, the good news is that I don't think this is shattering your pelvis.
That's good, I think.
Also looks like it nearly missed your spine.
Also good, I would assume.
Could you lie on your side for me?
Goes to his side.
Okay, this will at least allow me to get a better look when we pull it out. Then if you just hold on to his shoulders.
Of course.
Try not to scream, okay?
Komarjik puts a hand over his mouth.
No, here I have something, and it's like for my doctor's bag. I'm gonna go through and I'm going to like rip something. Like I'm going to take out a little packet and rip it out, and it's like a small little plank of wood. Bite down onto this.
He bites down onto it. And
I feel like
still-
leather would work better, so he wouldn't broke his foot.
No,
I'm
it's
gonna-
very soft wood. He shouldn't be able to break his teeth on that.
While they're talking, I'm gripping it. I'm just gonna rip it out.
Perfect.
But as I'm
The
ripping it out
distraction.
with one arm, I'm gonna rip it out with one arm, and then as I do, I'm gonna use the other arm to shove my my fingers into the wound that it's leaving behind,
Right.
and I'm immediately casting Cure Wound.
Okay.
Because I had one last spell slot, didn't know, and I got the one last first level spell. That's 10 healing.
10 healing. Okay. So while
10,
Cure
yeah.
Wounds doesn't have, like, regenerative properties, it does stop a lot of the
Yeah, I'm
internal
just-
bleeding. You know?
Yeah, I'm trying to staunch the internal bleeding, and then once I do that, I'm then gonna suture the intestine close.
Right.
Use. I've got to use a foreign agent that probably won't do too much to him. I'm gonna turn to him. Excuse me, sir. What is your blood type? Do you know?
A, B,
B.
A, B, O.
And it's
He said
either...
E.
He said B.
B.
Negative.
Okay. Well, this will work. Yeah. And I'll reach into my bag, pull out one of the rougher sheets of sanding that you use for like removing dead skin cells, and I'm gonna push it into my mouth, and I'm gonna scrub the inside of my mouth, and then I'm going to stitch that piece of sandy, now bloody piece over his intestines, and I'm gonna sew that shut.
Okay. Just roll me a general one more medicine check.
No
for how this is
problem.
going. Well, this one's with advantage because you have Dana helping.
I don't need it.
Oh, you don't? Is it a nat 20?
Another
Yeah.
Roll like a beast when you need to.
Okay. Okay, Reese. You know,
This is why you never trust. Roll 20.
everything works out a-okay, and within moments, he is stitched up nice and good.
Does he have any other injuries that need to be tended to?
No, that is quite literally the only injury he had.
Okay.
Vanna, could you bandage him up for me?
Yes, of course. And I'll go through with my medicine kit and use a charge on him.
Alright.
He'll receive 9 HP.
Alrighty. Kamarjik turns to you. I am indebted to your group. Thank you. He pulls out a bag of coin and hands it to you, Risa,
I'll take the bag of coin.
for your services.
Thank you.
You don't mind me asking this, but what happened here?
Well, I got an alarm notice that something was happening down here. I was one of the last ones to get down here. I was actually up in the bar for once. By the time myself, Lily, and Clayton arrived, both Jukebox and Silmanar were close to death, and Quentin had just taken the javelin. When we showed up, they began to leave. These cloaked figures. As they were leaving, there was this one of their cult that appeared in a flash of fire. Like the others, he too was missing an arm, clutching, a cult member appeared in a flash of fire. He, like Silmanar, was missing an arm, clutching it as if he'd just lost it. And he gives you a brief description of how this man looks, and the man looks like the man that you met with the Crimson Jackals.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Busy beaver.
So while that was going on, did Wraith see anything while he was looking around?
You're looking around for anything in particular, or?
He's looking around to see kind of what happened. 1, 2, if there's anything interesting still lying around. He's just kind of, whilst he focuses on other things, he's trying to observe stuff and see if there's anything worth taking a closer look at.
Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation could be higher than that roll. Yeah. Super bad, not super great. 14.
14. Okay. So, you take a general look around and you don't notice anything that's too out of the wild. Like, it doesn't look like this group came for anything in particular. You do see, like, a few scorch marks where the battle happened. Where you presume the battle happened, which you would safely assume is by some type of fire magic, rather than actual, like, regular torches and stuff like that. You don't really see anything outside of that. It's not like they really left anything behind. If they had anyone that got dropped, the cult must have grabbed them before they left.
Okay. And nothing interesting sticking out of anywhere that,
No, the most
like
interesting
boxes
thing.
or wise.
No, all the boxes for the Mafia group is put away. Tidy, upkept.
Okay.
And it doesn't look like the cult intentionally went to disturb anything.
Is there any place that looks like something was taken then? If it's really tidy, then...
No, it does not look like anything was taken.
Well, that's very strange.
What were they? Yeah, like out of character. What were they doing here?
Stabbing people.
Killing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For what reason?
Yeah, they don't just randomly...
Why
kill-
not?
You do note that the rest of Silmanar's arm that got cut off is missing. That might be a relevant detail.
Which
He
arm
stole
is
his own.
So, like, his forearm and his
it?
wrist
Is
and
it
his
his left or
hand,
right?
it is his
From his
left.
forearm down, you mean?
Yes, from his forearm down is what I mean.
Huh.
I would have been really impressed if his wrist and hand were there, but his forearm wasn't.
Magic.
Yeah, magic.
His left arm's gone. Did we describe the guy that came in, the guy we fought, was his left arm gone, or was it right?
He was missing his right arm.
Okay, so they weren't taking an arm to replace an arm.
It's very drastic.
I mean, unless he's getting
and he would
left arm.
he would also then describe that it, like, the entirety of that guy's arm was missing, and it almost looked like he saw like a hint of ash as he appeared from the arm area.
Oh, he burned it off.
It sounds like a spell cost him an arm to get out of there.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, that's why I was rolling.
It's gonna cost him an arm and a leg.
He didn't get away for free.
Didn't get away for free. That's why Rafe was wondering if the arm they took was trying to be a replacement.
Yeah, it would have had to take more arm if they were going to realistically replace it.
Because he's
Maybe he
trying to figure
missed.
out why they're here now at this point. That's Wraith can't help medically, so this is investigation. This is what Wraith does.
Well, I mean, if it cost him an arm to do a teleport spell, I imagine they probably need more arms for more spells.
Well, they only took one arm, so.
Because they might just be doing one ritual thing that needs an arm.
And the guy's arm they took he's just an L.
He is an elven man, correct.
He's just a poor elf from a poor family.
You don't know anything else about him. You could ask.
Is he a wood elf?
You know?
Is this our first time seeing him?
Is he a drow?
He is
No,
not
he's the
drow.
band person we've seen before
Yeah,
playing.
you've
music.
seen him, but you haven't really interacted with him.
Yeah. Okay.
Or he could know something he's not supposed to, and now he was told off by it, so they took his
Oh.
arm.
He's half elven. My apologies. Not that
Yes.
not that I think most of you could tell, but
I think Senna could.
Seneca.
Seneca.
Senna could.
It'd be a shock if Santa was here.
Senna can see it from wherever she's at.
Senna comes through the door.
Her
Hello
perception's
there.
high enough. She knows.
I can see from the highest mountains to the deepest parts of the ocean.
Yeah.
She's just in her home knitting, and she just hears something. No, it's a half elf. You just hear
No,
that.
it's a half elf.
That's clearly a half elf, you fucking dingus.
How did you see that? My perception's better than a dragon.
Adjust to half.
It's
elf.
literally better than most adult dragons.
I think it's better than some ancient.
It is. Oh my god, Senna is a dragon. She just hoards children. Her own
We love that.
That doesn't sound right.
She's got to have more kids. That's why she has 13 of them.
And moving on.
So,
Yeah.
missing an arm. Nothing in here looks out of place. There's no
Nothing
like
looks
little
out of
empty
place.
spot where they took something.
They clearly weren't coming for items because they didn't take anything.
So it looks like they're clearly coming for that guy's arm at this point. Then that's what my rationality would tell me.
Like, what else are they here for? Question, I guess.
Wraith would step. Well, he's probably just doing all this with his eyes because he doesn't want to move unless he has to. Because he wants a wall to his back in case somebody comes back. Unless he has to move, I leave that up to the DM.
No. And once you have, everyone here and everything like that, you notice Arvin and Vera turn to leave and they begin to head out.
All right, stay safe.
Will do. Thank you.
So what's so special about your music player?
Sounds
Margaret.
like
Looks over. What do you mean?
They obviously came here for something. Nothing in here seems to be taken. I don't see a arm laying anywhere. So once again, what's so special about your music player's arm? I guess I should point out more specific.
Nothing that I would know about.
Can I insight check?
Sure.
I trust no one.
Hadn't noticed.
It's like we're lied to constantly.
That is true.
17.
You aren't lied to. It's the people just don't tell you the full truth sometimes. And he appears to be telling the truth, Wraith. If there is a reason why his arm was taken, Komarjik does not know.
Maybe they just needed an arm.
Is this the same cult that had the Invisi swords?
Yes, this is the exact same cult.
And the same ones who followed the weird lady who had that weird demon in the arm thing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The same cult.
This cult
that
seems to
let us
like
go.
arms a lot. Weird demon arm, weird missing an arm from a teleportation spell, weird stealing of an arm. Weird. I stand by that they need an arm for a ritual because apparently whoever the cult is about likes arms.
could be less the arm and more the blood from the arm.
That's
I
possible.
feel like you could get blood a lot easier than an arm.
Regardless, the question though is why this man's arm?
But I need to
Could have
ask
been
of
out of
this man.
convenience.
We were right in front of them. They could have easily attacked us and tried to take one of our arms. This seems a little...
Well, there was like 7 of us.
There
starts to
were
count
And
how
only
many
two
more
one
down
of
here.
him.
There were only
And then there
two
was already
people in
Buddy
the room
here.
at a time. Keep in
Again,
mind, I did say that Silmanar and Jukebox were the first 2 down, Quentin following third behind. So,
He was unconscious when they took his arm. So,
I'm not
Um,
sure about that.
Quentin, if you're well enough, could you tell me how this all happened?
Quentin kind of just gets up. From what I know, those guys came here. I was kind of like leaning back in the back part of the room. He motions over to like where there's a table with like cards set up. I was sitting over there. Peacekeeper and Jukebox were the ones that approached them, stopping them in their tracks, whatever they were here for. the fight broke out. I initially wasn't paying close attention to what happened until I heard the yelling, and then I ran over, and as I was running over, I took a javelin to the to my body, and then as the Sylmanar and Jukebox were getting taken down, the others arrived and they began to back off. I didn't really see what happened to Sylmanar's arm until after the fighting was done. Sorry if that doesn't really help.
Wait, did anyone inside him to make sure he wasn't lying us about if he knows why they took his arm?
Yeah, right.
No, Wraith is not inside this gentleman. Wraith is busy thinking about something else, so I can't let him in.
Good job,
Quentin
Paul.
appears to be telling the truth.
Okay.
At least as best as he can. Whether he knows everything that he could, it might just be shock, or it might be...
He's trying.
Yeah, he's trying his best. He's trying to recall the situation as best he can. If anything's being left out, it's not intentionally.
Okay. He's not secretly made the pact with these people who like arms and then broke that pact or something like that.
I would.
I mean, we
would
could
just
make him
like
symmetrical again.
Let's not do that. Quentin, if you also could try not to and just rest a bit.
He nods and he kind of like rests.
Has Kamarchik... Yeah, has his eyes gone anywhere?
Has his eyes gone anywhere? I mean, he's been looking at the scene of what happened, but that's about it.
Okay, his
And
eyes
also,
aren't...
I wouldn't say eyes. He's got one. The other is behind an eye patch.
Fair point. If his eye roaming the scene, it hasn't like occasionally stopped on any item, I guess, or item place, or I guess that's what Wraith's wondering. Just how you can't,
right?
You don't want them to acknowledge something, but you can't help but kind of glance over there just to make sure it's still there.
Roll another investigation.
He's doing
Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
You don't have to tell me what you have here exactly. But do you have something in your possession that a cult like this could possibly want?
We've got money. We've got weapons. Those are desirable things for most any person, I would assume. And additionally, our location is a pretty secure location. With good access to the rest of the city. And the sewers.
I want to try it inside him to see if he's trying to avoid acknowledging something.
Oh, okay. 18. He doesn't seem to keep his eyes on anything in particular. The most he keeps his eyes on is the stain of fire against the wall. Right.
That's a 22.
22. Appears to be telling the truth to the best of his ability.
Alright. So he realistically doesn't know.
Doesn't know if he has something special.
perhaps this is that. Perhaps it's just the first few steps that woman was talking about.
What do you mean, first two steps? What woman?
Crap. We read into this cult a couple of days before, and I want to say we ran into a ringleader, or if not that, someone who has very high status in this cult. And she spoke about doing something within Dismar that would basically make the appearance of the cult fairy known.
They're certainly known, alright. Now they are.
From my first impression, I assumed it was just going to be possibly a full-scale invasion. But perhaps they're engaging in more insurgent tactics, where they go in and attack key locations to weaken certain individuals before going through with their plan.
It's possible. I'll have to keep a bigger eye out. Can't let something like this happen again.
This would also be the second time that they were in a place that had a connection to the sewers.
That gives a general location. Might be a bit proactive in the next few weeks in terms of trying to find that location. If I happen to find anything, I'll pass it along.
I would very much appreciate that. And let's see. I would dig through my bags and would you say I would have realistically made my own like antibacterial to give to Marjorie, to give to Peacekeeper and Quentin?
I don't think antibacterial's gonna work on not jukebot, Peacekeeper. Which one's the one that's lying down?
So Silmanar is Peacekeeper.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work on Peacekeeper.
I mean,
And then there's Quentin.
you don't think so? Because
and
bacteria
jukebox.
may have a large amount of bacteria may have gotten.
I've already applied it
Yeah.
on the inside of his stitching, so I don't think he's gonna. He won't need to. He'll just need to clean the sutures with soap.
All right, then.
I stitched him both.
I'll say that is mainly for Quentin then.
I feel like you just didn't hear what Kella just said.
He said it wouldn't work. It wouldn't be needed for. It wouldn't be needed for a Peacekeeper.
Yeah, I mean, you can give it to Quentin.
Yeah, I said yeah, so I'll be mainly giving it. I'll say it's mainly for Quentin then.
Alright. Thank you. Much appreciated.
2 a day, every 8 to 10 hours.
Keep that in mind.
And
He kind of gently hands it over to Quentin.
And if everything is in order here, perhaps it's time we take our leave to get some rest. I say, looking to everyone.
I have one last question about that fire stain. Is it just a normal stain?
It looks like it was caused by magical fire.
And that was it.
I had mentioned that previously.
I know. I
Magical
was wondering if there was a
fire.
door there or something.
Fair.
We're off to go to bed. The wonderful bed.
But as we're leaving, and out of earshot from other people, aren't we supposed to be meeting the silver rapiers in the sewers soon?
What?
What?
Why?
Did you guys forget?
Did
No.
my
Yes.
words not go through?
No, I heard.
No, we heard what you said. We're wondering why you said them.
Yeah, why'd you say it like out in the open where anyone
No.
can hear you?
He specifically did say, once we get away from other ears.
Yeah.
I mean, but we're outside. There could be
No.
people around.
No,
You
Jared's
don't
right.
see.
I forgot. I don't know. I don't. Why are we meeting them in the sewer? I thought we wanted nothing to do with them.
No, we have to hear out what they're.
Oh, did you organize a meeting with their leader or something? Is that
You
what
were
it
there.
is? I was thinking about getting drunk at the time. Then I did it.
We're meeting with them to get more information.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm quite curious if their main base of operations is within the sewers, if either they may have a connection to this cult or they've had an experience with this cult.
Remember when there was rats in the sewers? That was a good time.
If it's 2 days time, does that mean it's tomorrow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be tomorrow.
Okay, I'm not sure. I'm very confused about days.
Yeah, you see, this is why I implemented the calendar, so we won't be confused anymore.
I'm still gonna ask you every time.
No, that's
the
fair.
session start. What's today? What did we do yesterday?
What are important events? Now you can plot them down on a
Who
calendar.
am I?
That's a difficult question. That keeps me up at night.
Did he give us a time?
He did not give you a specific time.
Oh, damn it. I got distracted there. I forgot to... I didn't finish the sick burn I was going for. Remember when there was rats in the sewers? Good times. I don't think we got them all.
Oh, I get it.
I was proud of that one.
And, were we just supposed to meet him back at the Crusted Crab or something?
Yes.
I thought you said the sewer.
You were going to meet Alonzo in the Crusted Crab so he could bring you down to the base
To meet the higher ups.
to meet the higher up.
Alright. Well, all that's left for today now is bed. Good old bedtime.
Then, all we have to do is find a way to hook up the leader of the Silver Rapiers and the Mafia in some kind of Romeo and Juliet style romance.
Wait, what? Repeat that for me?
Why not?
I'm gonna take a bath.
That's to bed.
I'm gonna hit that bath and then that bedtime.
Oh yeah. Bass first, always.
So
Always.
as you head into the Red Dragon Orphanage, Anor is waiting in the dining room, kind of like reading a book when he looks up.
Clicks the light on.
He clicks
You have
the
any
light on.
idea what
Yeah,
time
the
it
angry
is?
parent face.
Good evening. You were all out late tonight, I see.
It was her fault.
Wait, what?
Weren't we at? Didn't we reach the Red Dragon Orphanage when they then asked for
No,
Lisa's
No,
help?
we just got into town.
Yes. So
Yeah.
So what happened was you guys went over here, and then over to here, and now you're back over here, and you see right there, this triangle, Illuminati confirmed.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I thought somebody would just disappear in there. I didn't think Illuminati. That's a great point here.
I thought it was Half-Life 3. But
Aren't they actually coming out with like the Half-Life?
Yeah,
3?
Half-Life Alex or whatever, the VR game. They did it,
Regardless.
Finally,
go ahead.
finally did it.
but yeah.
No Left 4 Dead 3.
So
When
you
he
see,
points out that we're coming in late, Rafe will literally say it's her fault, then point to Risa.
point to who?
Wait, what?
Risa.
Risa.
Like it's her. Like
That's
if they're gonna get in
Dr.
trouble, it's her
Risa to
fault.
you?
Like she did.
You see 5 bowls of soup at the table. He snaps his finger 5 times, casting prestidigitation to warm it up.
Hey, food.
Nice.
I will go ahead and get baths running for all of you. I heard you had quite an eventful day.
It's quite eventful. What kind of soup it be?
It is a nice beef, potato, and vegetable soup.
Be Campbell's tomato soup possibility. I don't know.
He eats half the soup, offers it to whoever wants it. I guess gets a bath first because he only eats half.
Yeah. Anur leaves briefly to go warm the baths and then comes back into the room.
No problems here today, right?
No, none at all.
Did Rob come back?
Yes, that's how I know that you had an eventful day.
That's charming, man.
Good to see Rob. Yes, quite charming. A good lad. Only man taller I've seen them are helping. You do realize that Rob is 7'1". Just to let you know.
Biggin.
He is a biggin.
He lurge.
He is large.
Well, if we have nothing to discuss, bath and bed.
I mean, that's up
Did
to
we
you
get
whether you
paid
want to
for
discuss it or not. You did get paid by the guards. I don't recall if you split the money. And you got paid by the Mafia for your medical assistance.
I don't think we did get paid.
We got paid $100 each by the guard, so you should have 100 gold from that. And then
Man,
reset.
I don't think I have a dollar thing in here. But
Really?
Bag of money from the mafia that we didn't.
You have
Yeah.
of them gold shiny things. Is that better?
Yeah.
How
Okay.
much from Kamarja?
You open up the bag. There are 18 platinum pieces inside.
I'll split 9 with Dana.
Damn.
Those two got that for their helping.
Much appreciated.
And as I'm passing the 9, you did good work today, Dana.
Thank you, Doctor.
Was it 9?
Yep.
I'm still spacing here.
And I go to go stand up. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much, Honor, for housing us.
Of course. It is no problem.
And I'm out, Chia. I'm out.
You're out.
Goodbye.
I will finish my soup. I'll also to take a bath and go to bed.
Finish the soup.
Da soup.
Love that soup.
It is good soup. If Honor can
Really love that.
if Honor can do one thing, it's cook. Man's got a talent for it.
I'll have to put a ring on that.
Alright, I'm gonna have to. At dinner, I would probably take out a ration and break off a piece to feed Saris.
Out of character, I don't think you need to feed your familiar.
Nope.
I thought they required anything the living
No.
creature did. Do they not?
They're
Don't
magical
move.
monsters.
I think they require air.
Yeah.
They're
I
a
don't think they
spirit.
require- Yeah, they're like a ghost.
I'm just
That can
saying, if I
hold
shove
things.
my ferret into a bag of holding, I think it dies.
Yes.
Ooh.
And also,
Yeah.
it's a weasel, not a ferret. I'm correcting myself. How dare you call it a ferret me?
It could be a ferret.
Ah, it's a weasel.
It's a weasel though.
It's a half ferret, half weasel. Okay,
There
it's a
we
weasel.
It's a honey badger.
Just because you see a bird out in the wild, it's like it could be an eagle. No, it's a bird.
It could be a plane. Okay.
It
It's
could be
not
Superman.
Superman. It's not.
But
It's a
what is
weasel.
Superman, that's important. Because
Yay.
love God the monster.
Night sleep.
Sleep time.
Sleep hopefully happens.
Yeah,
Sleep.
Yeah, sleep hopefully happens.
Sleep does begin to happen.
Okay, that's
That's
Only
all I
begin.
ever ask when I go to bed.
But does it continue to happen?
Well, that's for you to decide now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's for me to decide. Let me just roll a 1d20 and decide. A 12?
I can't decide whether you
No, I'm
should
j- I'm-
give
Do
up
we
on-
only get 12 sleeps then?
Yeah, you only get 12 sleeps.
We have to split them between the party guys.
You gotta split them between the party.
I'll stay
Riff
awake
will
this
take-
time.
Wraith will take 8 of those. Y'all can have the rest.
No, I'm joking.
No. Wraith, you get half of one because you murdered people today.
yeah. That's
You,
too much,
you,
man.
you,
Get no
you
sleep.
murder, so you get the no sleep box.
You get the no
Wraith
sleep
would just
box,
sleep
you
first.
big psycho murderer.
Yeah, Wraith sleeps like a baby.
I bet.
Saris is pecking at your face.
Or
Why? We're not in the
Do you,
same room.
do you want another dead familiar?
I don't have to.
That is all I will say if you try to put a familiar pecking at Wraith.
Another.
Another.
Yeah,
Another.
like
Where'd the
another.
first one go?
Yeah,
I thought someone died because they summoned the horse. Was it a seahorse?
No, I joked.
Okay,
No.
I thought that was real. I thought it was hilarious.
No,
I was trying to decide what to make it, so I joked about making them seahorse. Then I actually considered an octopus and then settled for.
Okay.
All right, so morning.
Morning time.
It's morning. It's morning.
You
Things
are
No gunshots.
going to
you are
explode.
woken up early in the morning. It's the loud sound of breakfast.
Going downstairs and get my brekkies, bro.
Rob.
And that is Rob. Every step he takes, he does make the house shake a little bit. The whole orphanage.
He's like, brekkies, brekkies.
Yes. You arrive into the main room, the main dining hall. The others slowly filing in the morning. It does not look like Merhalpin got a lot of sleep as he kind of like sluggishly gets in his chair.
Sleep did not happen.
Sleep
him.
did not happen.
I see Rafe took the sleep when we told him he wasn't allowed to.
Yeah.
Wraith will be sharing his extra breakfast with Happen if he'll take it, since he's
Yeah,
definitely needs
we'll take
extra energy. He'll even share a piece of bacon because the kid looks so bad.
Gasp! Wait, must feel bad. An actual piece of bacon? I thought I'd never seen
No,
it.
not a full piece, like a
ball.
half a piece.
Oh,
Half a
okay.
piece.
Well, even still.
Let's not get crazy.
Yeah, don't get
Let's
crazy.
not get crazy here.
We shared the rest of the half as breakfast, but all the bacon except for a half of the half. You know what I'm saying? Not a half of a piece, but a half a piece.
Well, look, I'm just into the eggs, so I'll take any eggs.
Take the
Are
E.
those voices keeping you up, Mahaffin?
Yeah. And I did a lot of reading last night. He kind of smiles at that.
That's nice, at least.
Books are good for the soul.
They don't taste great.
He
I
does say,
said soul, not stomach.
Yeah.
Vathora does
I
say,
know what I said.
Vathora does say that staying up too late isn't good for my beauty sleep, as she calls it. And he kind of like looks at her, and she pretends to ignore him by eating a piece of toast.
Well, in that case, she must sleep all day and all night. I'm not sure when she's awake.
Gasp.
That's pretty great. Still not cute though.
Don't care.
Eyes shifted from one person to the other person. In that
Man, this
situation.
table is way too. I don't know. Just gonna shoves a bunch of food in his mouth.
Yeah, Braith didn't even look at her when he made the comments.
I mean, she didn't look at you when she made the comments.
Yeah, I
so-
figured it was just one of those back and forth things.
It's like a game of tennis.
Yo, was that some toast that I heard?
Love that toast.
It's not my toast.
I don't know why that makes you laugh so much. I'm sorry. Ooh. So Nora looks to the group. He kind of takes a few moments. Well, you have been here long enough, the five of you, that if you wish to know, I could offer you more information about this place.
Can you be a little more specific on this place, like the place we're in right now?
Yes,
the city,
the-
or
Orphanage, specifically,
sure.
as well as my past. I normally don't give
Out
it
of
out,
character.
but
Out of character. Uwu. Lore.
Lore?
I want to stay. Got to use the bathroom.
go use the bathroom. I'll wait.
Is that
Wow,
in or out of
Jared
there?
just sounded like the disappointed teachers of high school.
No, don't wait on me. I'll just catch up.
Wait on him.
I'm waiting. I already determined.
That's exactly like
I
this.
already determined
What-
within my mind that I was waiting. I'm not spending more mental power deciding to do something else.
I would hate for you to explain the entire thing, and then he's like, "What did I
What?
miss?"
That's how it
Well,
gets.
now we all
Because that's
Like-
that's exactly what Miguel's gonna do. I know.
Keep talking. Cal, what did I miss?
Yeah.
Don't text her the message.
He's not at Kel's house right now.
I mean,
Correct?
he would still be doing it in the voice call. Cal.
Yo, you know what happens in real life too? He'll tap me, and I'm just like, mute your mic at least when you're speaking to me. No,
Yeah, he does it all the time. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
and then he'll be speaking, and then I'll respond, and I'll mute right as I'm responding, right? And then sometimes I'll be away from my and because I set my headphones down to mute him, so you guys are just listening. And I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
this is exhausting.
I have to pee now. I'm a bitch.
Just go. Take the run.
No, it's fine. I mean, usually I don't say anything. I just mute myself and then take my phone with me. So it's
Yeah,
fine.
that's fair.
I'm a responsible mobile D&D player. I take everything with me. I take the laptop too.
Listen, I can't have
I don't
my
think-
heavy laptop to the bathroom.
I can't.
I mean,
take
I've done
this
it
stuff.
before.
I don't want to because I don't want to drop my laptop. I'm very afraid of doing that. This is $1,000 laptop, so.
It's $1,000.
Switch to my phone. You guys say I sound weird. Better. I'm wondering when that cup of coffee is gonna hit.
I remember what it was. I was trying to remember what I didn't cancel that I should have canceled. I was like, what didn't I cancel that I should have canceled?
D&D?
Netflix.
Why would I cancel the...
I don't know your whole life.
Yep, there it is. Par for the course Saturdays.
It really is. Well, not mine. It's Miguel's.
I know.
We've had mine consistently.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah, I think so. I'm back.
For the most part, I haven't missed a session in like
Okay. I'm just waiting, I believe, on Wraith.
I'll also have to feed my cat in like 9 minutes. Just warning
Oh,
you.
breakies.
Mm-hmm. You're good, you can hear? Okay. So, Honor, looks to the group. Where to begin? Where should I begin, really? What do you wish to know? Any peculiar questions that I can answer before I begin my tale?
No,
No.
I don't know. None from me.
Perhaps my questions will be answered as you tell your tale, so please do start.
Alright. Well, many a year ago, I was but a young man witnessing something strange as the sky turned red. And something more powerful than I happened around me. It told me the world was bigger than I had ever thought of it before. I learned about the liberated soon after I realized what had happened. The tales of the battle for the fate of the material plane. It was awe-inspiring and terrifying. And so, of the heroes in their past, I read up on them. And I found myself intrigued by one in particular. A dragonborn paladin devoted
Knew
to a
it.
deity of healing. I mean, it wasn't exactly non-obvious.
Literally, as soon as you said the Red
Wait.
Dragon Orphanage, I was like,
Wait, Matt, you were here? I thought you were here.
No, I wanted to go get food.
I'm sorry. I'll restart. He was but a young boy, a young man.
he was but a young warthog.
When
The,
I was a young warthog.
the sky turned red.
How
and he
much actually were you how long were you actually talking? Like 2 seconds? Because if not, you can keep going.
I mean, really, he didn't get into he just got into the juicy bits, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I can picture it.
Okay. So yes, that Accra of the Liberated. Her story was inspiring, and I set out in my own way to learn. I ventured out. She had built a sanctuary high in the mountains, a village where she now takes refuge of retirement. I begged her to learn how to become an adventurer. And she
He
taught
was
me.
like, you don't want that.
It was a very hard, long, and painful training session.
I'm sure.
Many months. I learned from her and the various of her group that followed her to her mountain sanctum. As I set out, ready to leave, I asked her if there was anything I could do to thank her for the kindness she had shown me. And I'm sure you can get the idea that watching over this place is what she asked me to do. And so now, here I am, like a guardian over this place. I've been here for somewhere around 18 years or so.
It's a very admirable tale. So would Accra be this benefactor of yours?
That is correct. She runs multiple orphanages, making large donations, with people like me running them throughout the world.
How nice of your girl.
I mean, that is what she has done in character in other
Yeah.
campaigns, so yeah. Unfortunately, unlike in most places, that type of information is typically kept silent. Dismar doesn't exactly like red dragons.
She's not a dragon, though.
Correct. She's not. They're just bitter. Stupid. They'll get over
Even
it
if-
eventually.
Even if she's part of the rather renowned group that helped save the world.
Not as many people are as fond of them down here in Dismar.
Well, I'd just like to thank you for telling us this information then.
Of course. You all seem to be growing as adventurers in your own right before my eyes. Rob pipes up. That's right.
Excuse me.
Right, John?
Bless you.
Gotta go feed my cat.
Yes, we're just certainly trying. Though I fear our capabilities of combating what's to come.
I think you'll
I
find
don't know. We beat up the bandits pretty well.
I think you'll find yourself more prepared than you realize.
Only 2 people died. And we weren't even one of them.
Yes, little miracles, Archina. I do hope you're right with that, Endura, especially with what this cult seems to want to do.
Do you think they like being called a cult?
Nor shrugs. I don't know.
Whether they like it or not, it's what they are.
How about those that just haven't had an appointment with my palm pal yet?
Yeah. Anyway, we should probably continue on with the business of today then. If
I don't think we have.
everyone's done with, if everyone's done with breakfast, that is.
You have business today, huh?
You have business. That's a good question.
What? And you're asking that?
Yeah. He's kind of just, joking around with you.
It's just meeting a few people, buying more medical supplies.
Hopefully, no killing this time.
Yes, that would be nice.
It's like another lovely day.
We can only hope.
Bless you.
It's a good question. Was it a sneeze? We don't.
It was a robot.
Let's see if my home internet wants to work for a little bit.
What if it says no?
I sure hope not.
It's gonna be like, you work for me now.
My internet does like to do that. And that's why I hate it.
Is rising up against the proletariat.
Oh, okay.
No, that's that. Is rising up against the bourgeoisie. There we go.
What the
Yes,
fuck are you saying right now?
I don't know. Go
Okay, so heading outside at this point.
Well, we're waiting for Cal,
Yeah.
so we were stalling.
Yeah, you ever heard that?
Anything to get away from bourgeoisie is all I was going for.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Go for the simpler term. Jared's internet is going to be the start of Skynet.
Ah, there we go.
Short, simple.
Well,
and
then we
everyone
should
knows.
all be good because it doesn't work all the time.
I don't know.
I am the future. Crash.
Yeah, tell that to my 500 or download speed there, buddy.
So, do we have any actual plans besides meeting those people today, later
No.
tonight?
We're a bunch of workaholics.
Yeah.
I didn't even know we were meeting those people.
I figured this would be a good session to get those types of things done. Well, while Kel isn't here, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
leave.
Okay. I would like to go places.
Is it the custard crab?
No.
No, this is Patrick.
Alright, that's the end of the D&D stream. Time to
Yeah,
go.
there you go. Well, recording, not stream. Bam. Where do you want to go, Kel?
I need to get like the saddle with the pouches. I don't know what it's called, but you know.
Saddlebag.
Saddlebag, yeah. Saddle with the saddlebags.
For bits?
Yeah, for
Where
bits.
would you buy saddlebags?
The stable.
Worker shop,
General
I think.
store? General store or a stable?
The MRG.
Stable usually.
And I need to go buy healer's kits.
There's no particular like stable here, so you would probably go. Well, no.
The guards had mentioned they had carriages, so I guess
Yeah,
we
you're
can
right.
go to them and buy it directly from the source.
You would,
Yeah,
no,
back-
they
back
would
from
have
the
like a stable type area,
Yeah, there's farming, so they probably need horses for that. There's gotta be some
Yeah,
stable work somewhere.
especially because like they trade a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to the stable. Let me just quickly add that onto this list.
Plus, the stables are like always like the fast travel point in town.
Of course, my bad.
True. Yeah. We just need to
A
unlock
carriage
another
service
fast
that you
level
just get in the carriage and you cast teleport.
Why not?
You could make good money off of that.
Right.
Look, I was just trying to buy a saddle, dude.
So you head to the stable.
Mhm.
That was definitely here before.
Yeah,
The whole
totes.
time.
I believe it.
It's one of these other buildings.
To be fair, you never said there
On this
wasn't
one.
a stable
Yeah, no.
until like 2 seconds ago.
That's
so
true.
It could have always been there, and we just never had.
You enter the establishment and you see a female half orc with a simple burlap shirt and baggy pants. She's not like super fit, and has done her best to style her silver hair to look like a famous performer. She has violet eyes.
He's going for good. Okay. Hello.
Well, howdy. How can I help you?
I would like to purchase a saddle and some saddlebags for my companion here. And I'll motion towards beds.
Motion towards Fitz. Oh, ain't he cute? Yeah, I've got saddle and saddlebags that you could purchase.
How much would it cost?
Let me see. Bring your buddy up over here so I can get a better look.
Bits if you could.
Bits complies. I'm looking for the cost of a saddle. Saddle. So you're using it's a pack one, like you're getting it for carrying.
Yeah,
Essentially.
so you can carry things.
Oh, I see. It's a total of 9 GP.
I'll hand her 9 GP.
She will take the 9 gold pieces. Thank you for your business.
No, thank you. I needed this. This means a lot to me. And I'll bet, and then I'll leave. I got other things to do.
All right.
I'm gonna stick some stuff into the pouch as we're walking.
Okay.
And let me make a different thing for Bits' treasury.
Alrighty.
Non-existent. That's what I call it when Bits gets hit with the fireball. Non-existence. He's not. That's not happening.
Yeah,
That will not happen. It shan't.
it shan't happen.
Counterspell.
Where else are you headed?
That's really it. I just meant like there were things for the group that had to be done.
Yeah. Can I go? I need to go buy another healer's kit.
So you head to the general store.
Yeah.
You head to Dell's Essentials. Marjorie awaits you. All of her shelves are closely packed together. Nice and, well, tidy is a bit of a stretch, but
It's nice.
it's there. It exists. As you enter, thank you, dear, for your help in sorry, my brain stopped. Thank you for finding Piers.
Yes, of course.
You and your group did fantastic work. Really just a relief for us all.
Just do. So I was wondering if you had any
Any what?
healer's kit.
Oh, yes, I have one. Or I have a couple.
So I assume things happening.
Sorry, changing my internet again.
How many do you have?
I've got 4.
Well, if it'd be alright, I'd like to buy all 4 of them.
Sure.
Man, this seems.
What do you mean this seems familiar?
Just pretend the medical kits are toilet paper.
Right, and the what? Because I like that. You like you have...
Medical kits are toilet paper. You bought all the toilet paper.
Well,
There's a panic. There's no more medical kits.
No. I'm going again. I'm buying all the doctor's masks, hand sanitizer, all of this.
And now you're a
Yep,
price
that's what it sounds
scalper.
Now he's standing outside of it, saying, "I'm the only person who has these in town. Get shit on, selling them for."
Reminds me of that video I post. Lover knows though.
I hated it.
Does anyone else have any other shopping they need to get done before the supplies run out?
Yeah. How much were the healers?
The healer's kits.
They're like 5.
5 gold apiece. So 20 gold
Okay,
total.
20 gold. 2 plat. Put it on the table.
Wow, big roller coming in, I guess.
Wow, you just flexed on this woman. You're platinum.
You know, most people come in paying with silver, copper,
Did you not
maybe
have
a
gold
gold piece.
again?
I mean, I did, but like that's like
She
a
wanted
lot
to
of
flex.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to flex. It
she
was just
flexed.
like,
She'll take the
like,
platinum.
She flat.
I wasn't. No.
They'd
I was
out
like,
here flexing on her.
do I want to like dig through my bag and just take out 20 gold when I can just like, oh, here's two more convenient.
I can't be bothered to get my 20 gold. Here's 2 platinum. You hear that? My 2 platinum.
What's
More
that,
than
You
Jared?
have platinum?
life.
Jared, I can't hear you through the flex.
Dude, you're flexing so hard, I can hear your blood pumping through your veins right now.
Damn, that's a hard flag.
Boom, boom. I think you have a heart murmur.
You should go check see it.
Yeah, you should see the doctor about that.
Anyways.
Well, Wraith
Uh.
just wants to go down to the Chest Brand Metal Workshop and see if he can possibly give them a hand and work for the day.
You just
We're
wanna
going
work.
on a meeting.
You do have a
Wraith.
meeting
You
that
can't
you
work.
know.
Later tonight, I think it was
No,
midday.
No,
During the day.
It's during the day, as far as you're aware.
What time? Because we were
So
never
meeting
given a
during
time.
the day.
Daytime. That's what time. Daytime.
Yeah, we're
At the point the sun is out. Daytime.
He has basically freed up his entire day this slab until we show.
Exactly.
So if we go early enough in the morning, Wraith, then you can and get the job done. Then we can hop over to the metal place and see if you can work.
Suddenly we're in a prison cell. No other reason, because we are.
Sadness. We'll never come back to the Metal Workplace because we'll be busy doing other things. Okay.
I mean, it's true, but
I will
Bless
remove my character from the Chest Brand Metal Workshop. Could make some money, but I'll save those for a rainy day.
it's fun watching things on the map. You left the body bit, Theta.
No, it didn't get highlighted. The whole torso got left. Fuck.
Oh my god, he's been decapitated.
Shh. Okay. I don't think a cane can fix that.
And this guy.
I mean, you didn't just draw it as one whole thing.
Yeah, I did. I thought I did.
You can't let go. You have to hold the whole time.
That's dumb.
What's happening?
I don't know.
We're moving our map figures.
Oh, okay.
We're at the Krusty Krab apparently, and it's time for action.
I
You're
didn't
at the
know
crusted
bottom.
Alonzo is
Maybe
there
it's
at his
early.
table. You do notice that Jasmine and Viral, unlike previous times, are not here.
They don't need to see this.
Oh,
Crack
okay.
Snuffles.
Oh,
Okay.
Maybe they're busy doing
I
that.
meant me drinking beer, okay?
hmm
Oh wait, they wouldn't off be doing that because looks over to Casimir. Casimir's still here. Never mind.
Excuse me?
Which, by the way, just keep an eye out if you see Jasmine trying to sneak into the Red Dragon Orphanage. You know, sometime at night. Just
No, seriously. You're talking way too quiet for me to hear.
As long as she's not sneaking into my
What the
room,
fuck did you just
I
say?
don't care.
That's fine. I don't.
You would just get mad at me if I spoke louder, so it's okay.
Well, yeah, because you're saying it to my character and I can't hear you. Please.
So, I was like, well, maybe they're off. Oh, wait, Casimir's still here. Never mind.
I didn't hear the only part I've heard was sound.
I talked loud in the first part, too. He's implying sex, but then he says no because Casimir's still here.
Because somebody was talking while you didn't hear it.
Sadness.
I'm not going to say anything.
I'll gasp.
Alonzo is there, waiting.
Solid.
Hands clasped together.
Approach Olaf.
You approach Alonzo.
I approach the bar to go get a beer, then I approach Alonzo.
Fair enough. You purchase a couple of beers.
How much does that let me buy, Jack?
It's like 3 copper for an ale, so like how much, it depends on how much ale you're buying.
I'll give 3 cop.
Alright. So you get 1 ale.
Yep. That's all I need.
Singular ale.
And then I will approach Alonzo with the rest of the group.
Okay.
Yes, I believe we're ready to meet with the organization.
Alright. Follow me then. He stands up. And he begins to lead the way.
And we're walking.
Yeah.
And
But
you're
I haven't
walking.
had a time to
Neat.
drink my alcohol.
Chug it.
So yeah. It's not too hard to chug. It's not exactly like high quality ale. So it really just depends on how good or bad you are at chugging.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Alright. Yeah, Alonzo leads the way. He discreetly makes his way around to one of the entrances to the sewer. It's one of the It's a grate that is not as hard to lift as the one that you lifted, Casimir, behind the Lethal Huntress.
Yeah.
And he gently descends down. Follow me.
Why is it always the sewers?
We were told that they'd be down here, Patrick.
Yes, I know, but I didn't mentally prepare myself.
If you need
Hands,
herbs to
pal
stick in your...
Sureena, a little, you know, like lip balm. They have those little circle things. Hands are something about that size. Smear that under your nose.
not the smell, it's just the filth. But we'll graciously accept the lip balm thing, the smelly thing.
You
That
can only
doesn't
smell
smell.
peppermint.
Peppermint's okay. I like the smell of peppermint. I hate the taste of peppermint.
How wide is this thing?
How wide is it?
Yeah, how wide?
Do you mean like just like the general circumference of the
The tunnel.
the not the tunnel, the entryway, so to speak, the tunnel grate?
Yeah.
The manhole.
The manhole. There we go. My brain, it stopped.
Excuse me.
Let's see. If it's wide enough for Alonzo to easily fit through, probably about like a 2-foot radius, 4-foot diameter overall.
Okay.
It's a good thing we don't have any road ton boys with us.
I'm gonna pat Bits on the side.
Mhm.
You wait here, darling.
Bits nods.
Have
Understand.
to remember how much around it is, just in case I need to get my pig down. My baby.
Bits could fit if you needed him to.
Nah, I already told him to stay, just in case. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna have a little harder of a time anyway with his little feetsies. But I've got Sir Raddington, so 1 out of 2 ain't bad. No.
Yeah, no. I don't know if I was the only one who sent something to you, but I'll be right back.
Bacon back. Oh my god. Between the two of you, I'm gonna be murdered.
I'm gonna send Jared what this does. I feel like you'll get it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jared goes silent if his internet's having a problem, or if he's waiting for us to stop being us.
No,
If
I'm
he's
just
muted,
kinda
he's waiting for his internet to fix.
Yeah, it's also like that.
That's how I know.
Yeah, my internet's
Do
been
you like that,
struggling.
Jared?
I do like that. But yes, you're all able to make it down into the sewers. I mean, no one kind of like said anything in that regard. I guess I just kind of assumed that you were doing that.
Yep.
So Alonzo leads you down several different twisting and turning ways within the sewers until he finally stops at just like what looks like this circular panel. On this panel, there is a small emblem on it, which appears to be that of a silver rapier. Alonzo sticks his hand out and gently moves and turns the emblem a few times until finally you hear a click. He pushes the wall back and it opens up into a room. The door opens up into a larger concrete room. There is a large wooden table with city plans and other official-looking documents. There are a few banners bearing the symbol painted on bearing the symbol painted on the emblem that lie around a mostly barren room, but... you look around and there are 2 other people in this room, both female. One is a darker-skinned woman with leather clothing. She also has this emblem, though it is at like her chest to shoulder area on the right side. She has black hair and green eyes. And then there is an elvish woman with tan skin who has blue eyes and black hair. Both of them look up as you enter. Alonzo takes a seat. And the women kind of like beckon you over towards the table that they are sitting at.
Go over.
Go over. All right. The darker skinned human woman.
But are there
extends her-
enough chairs?
Yes, there are enough chairs for you.
Okay. We'll sit.
She extends a hand to you.
Yeah. Shake.
My name is Patricia Morisco. A pleasure to finally meet your acquaintance.
Is this the human?
And
Yes.
put that into the chat.
It's the leader we heard about.
This is true.
Oh, yeah. Do I have her name though? Let me check.
And sorry, I said darker skin. She has tan skin.
Ooh, I spelled her name right. First try.
Gosh, dang it, 1 letter off.
You spell it Morisco?
C instead of a K.
Oh.
Damn it, Patricia.
The elven woman also then introduces herself. And I am Zerna Blue Scribe.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wasn't she the one who was trying to run for mayor and Drine or something?
What?
Was that not her?
No.
I forget.
You talking about
I think this is a
Zerma?
completely.
Zerna.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking, is Miguel talking about Zerma? Heartblade?
No.
Yeah. Got it.
Or
I
maybe.
think so.
From the Crimson Jackals? Did you just confuse the two people?
No. I said the one who was running for mayor and Drine or something.
Drine. Campaign 1. More thing.
Oh.
No.
Oh, no. I don't
no,
think so.
no. I can tell you that Zerna is from Campaign 1.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to figure out what she up to. Who she is.
Maybe if we all sit down, we'll find out.
Fair.
Yeah, wild that.
Imagine that.
That seems fake.
So Patricia looks to you all. So, how can I be of assistance?
Well, we just wanted to come here to find out more about your group.
By all means, what can I clarify for you?
I, out of character, can't remember what we wanted to ask.
There were apparently things that Alonzo was hiding. But as the person who wasn't directly talking to him, I don't have any questions.
I thought you were the one who set up this meeting.
I did, while the other person was talking to him.
Yeah, was that person? Who was that person? Was it me?
It's one of you hooligans.
It was Wraith who was doing a lot of the talking.
Correct.
What?
Ray's been told he doesn't have good social skills and shouldn't talk.
But I kind of, we like I don't know what Ray wants to ask or know, so unless that was brought up to me prior to this exchange, like I'm just looking around. Probably
see.
I'll look at Wraith since he.
We want to know what their goal is, correct? Ultimately, we wanted to know, one, what they actually know about us, because they know more about our predicament than someone let on, Alonzo.
Cough, cough.
Us being found in that house, him just randomly finding us at that time, that sort of thing. He knows more than he was willing to share at the moment.
Alright.
And just in general, more about them as a group to find out if they are actually worth anything or worth potentially helping.
Okay.
I think that was everything.
You gonna ask?
Ray was told not to talk. He's letting other people talk.
Alonzo had made it clear of what your organization's goal is and exactly how you aim to at least get the power to do it. But I'm a bit more curious about your plan for exactly dialing back control for the executioners and the guards. What sort of reform are you planning exactly?
The first reform that I'm planning is changing Dismar to not be run as a monarchy and change it to a republic. That is my primary goal.
Why?
The monarchy here is corrupt and needs to be changed. Xavier himself has unlimited power to do whatever he desires at his own discretion, and has proven himself consistently to be abusive with his power. He uses the executioners as a tool to kill who he doesn't like.
So since he's not going to be king anymore, why change it then?
There's no guarantee that even if Xavier himself is gone, that a predecessor would not do similar things, or that one such person could fall into that kind of power.
Not to burst your bubble or anything, but I think any leader could do that, republic or otherwise.
Changing it to a republic would limit the ability of that happening.
Out of character, the Senate.
The Senate.
I am the Senate.
Bernie Sanders.
Many minds together would be better than but a singular one controlling everything. And outside of using the guards in the way that he does, he also hires the mafia to silence people that, in the name of order, silences people that he deems unfit in the name of order.
All right. Do you know exactly how the people would feel about this, though?
There are definitely some within the city that feel that Dismar has a cruel law system, and that it could benefit from change, which would, of course, have to come from changing the relationship between leadership and the way that they use their resources of the law.
All right. And Alonso also spoke of an individual with practices that he didn't agree upon. Could you tell us more about this individual?
Who are you referring to?
He's talking about someone allied with the
Glissier?
group. Yeah.
The outsider that they kind of had to bring in that really didn't set well with Alonso.
Glissier, it looks like.
I guess that would be Glazier you're referring to? Alonso has had
Yeah.
problems with him, yes.
Could you tell us more about him and his methods, then?
I don't know much about him. I know that he is a assassin for hire. That is about all I know. He came to us and he has expertise in stealth to do operations that we would need in terms of gathering intelligence. I was too desperate to turn him away.
You don't believe that an assassin for hire would have any ulterior motive for doing this for you, would you?
Most people, unfortunately, have some form of ulterior motive. I would just hope that his is not grand in nature. For as untrustworthy as he is, he too wishes to see change in Dismar.
Could you describe him for me?
Physically, or
Either, yes.
physically, or either what?
Personality-wise.
Quiet. I guess you would also say scheming. Like he's always thinking about something. He stands about 5'10". Blonde hair, gray eyes.
I'll assume he wears nothing distinctive.
Leather
No
armor.
emblems that any emblems that you'd happen to catch related to him.
No? Not that I can think of.
Because I'm only asking, especially since you know so little about him, because there is a group cult going around, and they seem to be they've been in places that are connected to the sewers.
I haven't heard anything
Would
about a cult.
you haven't had any experiences recently?
No. They haven't bothered us, and we haven't dealt with them, nor have we gotten any information related to them.
Have you seen anything at all? Anything out of the ordinary?
Uh, in the sewers? No. I haven't seen anything.
Just want to roll a general insight check on this woman right now. 11.
Appears to be telling the truth.
Alright then. They are a danger, so
Seems
be
to be
aware
so.
of them. Now, the next point of my concern is why was Alonzo at the mansion that we were found in?
Well, I wouldn't know, personally. Alonzo? Alonzo looks over. I believe I've told you my reason.
Insight check to see if she knows.
Sure.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's a 20, not natural.
20 unnatural. She appears to be telling the truth.
So, no one in this group has any knowledge of what could be happening or who's associated with that mansion then? Aside from, I glance over to Alonzo.
That seems to be the case. Zerna looks over. Well, I do know of one person in the city who would likely know. But I'm not sure if I'd be willing to give out such information.
You weren't willing to give out the information. Why'd you mention?
Are you actually asking that?
She's the one who put it out there.
I'm just
like, I'm not willing.
asking. Is that what Casimir says?
It's like the only thing Casimir said thus far. It's like, then why even say it?
Zerna looks over. I have my reasons.
I believe she's trying to tempt us with leverage.
Leverage or leverage?
Leverage.
Clever.
And I suppose there's something you want done then.
There are plenty of things I'd want done. Resources for this organization being one of them. Or information in return.
About what?
Yes, what information are you looking for?
You talked about this cult. I would like everything you know on them. They're a threat to the
They
city.
use
If we could take them out before the
illegal
guard...
magic.
If we could take them out before the guard does, that would certainly be quite a boost to what we may be able to do. And the fame of our organization.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really care about the fame of your organization. I really just care about the safety of people. So
I
if
as well, but
everyone
I'm more than
worked
willing to give
together,
you
it
that.
probably would work better. But
Sweet.
I'm
Then
more than willing to give you that information as long as you add in, and he looks directly at Alonzo, the information that he has he's not willing to share with us so far.
well, that'd be great, but I'm not a mind reader. So, you'd have to ask him.
He just keeps staring at Alonzo, waiting for him to add something to it.
Alonzo is not adding anything. Like I said, I can provide you the information, at least, of this other individual who's likely connected with the mansion.
So what you're telling me is you can't trust anybody in your organization because you can't trust the guy that's an assassin. You can't trust the guy who brought us to this meeting to actually give us useful information. It took a year away from my life,
stop being accusatory, Wraith.
but yet you want our help.
I don't have to give you anything.
Neither do we.
Great.
But yet here we are at this table because you want our help.
That's correct.
The more bodies pushed towards this potential threat is only a positive in my eyes. So I will tell you what we know about this cult. Whether you deem that will be enough now is up to you to
I
give us
asked
the
for the
information that we need.
I asked for the information about the cult. If it is unsatisfactory, that is my own fault.
Well, we don't exactly know much. They have a very strong affinity for fire.
odd
Yeah.
magical components.
Yes, very odd magical components. They have cloaks that tend to be a dead giveaway. They usually are adorned with bluish flames. They know how to augment their weapons to disappear once blood touches them. So if one gets left behind, it's hard to find. We believe that they are connected to some eldritch being, some aberration. Though we're not sure what exactly into the extent of its power. They are quite dangerous as a group because apparently they can all choose to burn themselves alive to summon a fire elemental.
Interesting.
Aside from that, we saw a symbol, it's probably their emblem of some sort of monstrosity that was separated by the limbs, but they all were joined together to form the body.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Alright. Well, thank you for your information. It's greatly appreciated. Now, you said you wanted to know person in the city that would like to know more about your association with the manor, correct?
Yes.
Well, you may wish to ask Carve, the general of this city. She produces a bracelet and puts it on the table,
What's that?
gently sliding it towards you. It is an enchanted bracelet which allows you to slip by minor, weak undead without alerting them.
Okay.
And this is from Cars, this is Cars, I presume.
Correct. An interesting magic item to have.
Can I run an
Insight.
insight check?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Casimir was gonna be like, and what proof do we have that they are telling the fucking truth?
I hope someone else rolled high on insight.
Dude, I have a -2.
Wait a
I rolled
minute.
decently.
You actually rolled pretty well. Appears to be telling the truth.
Neat. What's your roll, Cal?
Total 11.
Ooh.
So what you're saying is the person with a -2 rolled the highest.
Yep.
Yeah.
+5, and I rolled super low.
I rolled an 18, but I have a -2.
I have a mute problem where I forget to unmute sometimes.
What's your roll, John?
17 plus 3.
So it's 20.
So it's
Not natural.
Not natural.
No, they're same one that I just rolled.
Is it the same answer, Jared?
Yeah, appears to be telling the truth. That this bracelet belongs to Carve.
Ooh.
I have a question. So, if we go up to the general, be like, this is your bracelet. You want to tell us about it? What's going to stop her from just arresting us and saying we stole her bracelet?
Are you asking Zerna that?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, there's really nothing stopping her from doing so, I suppose.
How did they come across this bracelet again?
Yeah.
How did she
How'd you get that?
I found it.
Oh yeah, probably in her room.
It was near there, I think. She just
Yeah.
left it out one day.
Hmm.
Seemed important. I planned on returning it to her, but then I found out what it was. It seemed suspicious.
Out of character, she's fucking suspicious.
Shady as fuck, in all honesty.
Well, I still think she's shady as all shit.
No, it's fair.
Real talk, she probably stole it.
Well, no, yeah, I know. I found it. You know, that sounds like something a criminal would say.
Yes, I found this wallet in your back pocket. You know?
You know, I found this
But I found
bracelet on her wrist. Who would have
It
thought?
wasn't on her wrist, at the very least. Come on.
I don't know that.
That's true.
I wasn't there, and I also rolled a 2 on insight.
They have an assassin that goes about stealing things, I assume.
Yeah, I think
Maybe.
you get a thief.
Well, they're desperate for whoever they could get, lover.
Hey, you see that stick? He's also in our
You see
organization.
that stick? That's Stickington. He's our second in command.
These
Head of
sheriffs
security.
are lieutenants.
Well, yeah, your lieutenants can kiss my ass.
This table, captain of our SWAT team.
Puts feet on the table, and I just squash them.
Oh. Yep.
Casimir would never say these things. I, on the other hand, will.
She just shakes her head. Come on, don't do that. He's 5 days from retirement.
Miss Morisco,
Yes.
I'd like to circle back on something. Your plans for the city.
Yes.
How exactly do you plan on turning this nation from a monarchy to a republic? And what kind of republic will you turn it into?
Really just hitting me hard, aren't you?
She says that in character.
Yeah, that's out of character.
She's like, damn, you really doing this?
The plan is for Zerna to get legally elected and to pass reforms once she is in office. Since she will have absolute power, she will have the ability to do so. And we will slowly extend it out to advisors who will become senators and slowly transform it into a system where there are elections.
An oligarchy, then.
Hold on.
And what of the people?
Looking that up.
It's an oligarchy. Small number of people that control it. The advisors. Turning into...
Or a republic, depending, I guess, on what you define as like small amount versus how many count for a republic.
An oligarchy is a republic. A republic is it's like a democracy, an oligarchy, an autocracy, which I was really hoping she wasn't gonna say because that's just like a monarchy, but like
Autocracy. No,
Yeah,
she's at least
like
going
my-
for oligarchy. See, the problem is that the forms of government here in the, like a lot of them could fall under the same banner. So,
yeah.
yeah, okay. So yes, that would also work as a term for calling it.
And what of the people?
They would get the chance to vote.
No, not what I mean.
My apologies.
Seems like they've been relatively okay with the system thus far. If they didn't, there'd be riots and potentially the death of the king. They seem okay with the monarchy. Would you first propose switching to a republic?
Keller, are you cutting out, or is it just my internet? I think it's my internet.
I hope I'm not.
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
my internet. My
If I
bad.
am, rip.
No, my internet.
Cut off sound a robotic key for me for a moment.
It's my internet.
It's our internet together.
You were not robotic for me, so.
We're all in
Our
this
collective
together.
internet is
Okay, repeat that for me.
And what of the people? Are they going to be? Are you going to ask them if the shift from monarchy to this republic is beneficial for them before deciding to do so?
The idea will be proposed to the public before it ever gets implemented. Put to a vote if need be. At the very least, the powers of the guard will be restricted to ensure that they cannot abuse their power. And same thing with the ruler. Systems to be put in place to at least lessen what can happen in that regard.
What would be the reforms for the guards then?
To ensure that they are not used as Sorry, my
A
mind is
death
blanking.
squad.
Yes, there you go. Thank you. As a death squad to kill opponents of the king.
It seems more like a issue with the morality of the person in charge, less needing for reform from the guards.
At least something that I wish to put in place to stop those who don't have a good sense of morality from being able to abuse the power of.
I blink. Oh, okay. Sure.
That the hope is for a less corrupt system at the end of the day. One that is not abused to allow the guards to do as the king bids them to do in the way that currently happens.
You don't want a leader above the law, is what you're saying.
Correct.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what are we doing exactly?
What was that? I yawned.
So what are we doing exactly?
Are you asking that to the group or?
Yep. To the group.
Neck crack. You're here,
Sounds
so
like
that's my response. Stands up and starts to head towards the door.
sounds like we have a potential lead, which means, well, no, it makes one of our leads a bit more stronger, but that does still leave. But you, Alonzo, aren't telling us. Though I believe.
Why breaking up, or is it him?
No, I heard that you said you were going towards the door. Are you talking to about Miguel? Because I heard
Yeah,
Miguel fine.
I didn't hear a word he said. I heard.
Oh.
Uh-oh. So basically you're saying what you're not telling us, Alonzo, and Alonzo just kind of like looks over.
He's not exactly obligated to tell us anything. So.
These people want us to believe that they are trying to do what's best for the city, and so
No, I
far,
don't
the only
think
thing they've shown is a shifty nature, that they're not really trustworthy, and they're willing to do whatever means necessary to get their goals accomplished. That's what Wraith has seen. He does not trust anybody in this room from this organization.
Haven't exactly seen that. I'm under the suspicion that Alonzo is doing things that the group is unaware of. And,
What gave you that idea?
and I would like that information, even if he isn't exactly obligated to tell us. Lover.
That was Casimir speaking in character.
Oh.
But it's like people have secrets. Sometimes they just don't want to tell you why they were in the place. And telling him that and the exact way you've done it is not only not going to convince him to tell you otherwise.
So you don't think we should pursue any connection he may have to why we were there?
I'm saying probably approach it differently. out of character. Probably don't ask him in front of his boss.
Yeah, that's what I was going. That's what I was gonna like bring up before you said that.
I mean,
Is this conversation happening at the table still?
Part of it is. That part was not.
Because are we leaving?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're leaving.
Wraith can, the group can decide. Wraith's gone out the way that was showed entrance. He said his piece and he's done.
I don't even hear
I
what you
would
said.
like to leave.
As I leave, I would like to discuss further things with you in private, Alonzo, at a later date.
he nods.
I'm
As
screaming.
as you're all leaving, he will follow outside, gently closing the door, leaving Zerna and Patricia in the room. He pauses and looks to you, Thana. Oh, sorry, hold on. So yes, he looks to you, Thana, specifically. The 7 needed to be free. Don't prove me wrong. And he walks off.
All right. That's like. That's almost like a clear connection to the Green Mass, but we'll push no further than that. I'll follow my group.
Or somebody who just knows the prophecy and is like, I know what they're doing.
As soon as Alonzo is walking away, there is a loud boom
Oh, fuck.
From where?
above ground.
Oh, fucking Christ. All right.
Hey, Alonzo, you know the fastest way up, buddy?
The lasses.
Hey, molasses.
Yeah, he.
You know my
it
name.
shakes,
I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
It shakes the sewer to an extent. Alonzo turns. Do you actually call for him? Like, what's the quickest way up?
Yeah.
All right. He's like, yes, I do. And he quickly runs
Cool.
to the.
Oh no, Bits is all alone.
Bits is scared. Bits is alone. Bits is gonna be okay. Don't worry.
All right, I'm
I
gonna
gotta go get
follow
my boy.
Alonzo.
All right.
I'm following Molasses because.
So I know
clearly
Wraith, you and Paultrina were probably exiting from the regular sewer grate that you were at earlier, where Bits was waiting.
Yeah, probably.
Where he save bits and nothing more.
Yep. So you exit as you're like. Also, Wraith, you probably get up first. You're probably helping Paultrina up when you hear a loud boom, and in the distance, toward the central marketway, you see a cloud of evaporating blue fire.
Oh, fuck.
I think the orphanage is on fire.
Is that where it looks like it came from?
It looks like it came from the
Close.
exact center.
The Central Marketway?
And we're running. It's reset with the Wraith and Paultrina, or what's...
I'm getting to wherever I can get a clear shot of where I can see what's going down there.
So those two left earlier, and then
Yeah.
Casimir shouts, "Hey, what's the quickest way up?"
So
Molasses?
I'm
And
gonna
he's like, "I'm on the
say
way."
Wraith is with Paultrina at the moment. The other
Hi.
3 of you are with Alonzo at the moment.
Wraith will look at the pig and go, "Stay here till she comes and gets you, please."
Bits
And
gives
now
you a
go.
salute. Gives your head off.
That's a sentient pit.
He is.
Honest. He doesn't comment.
Very
He just goes,
communicative.
Bits is a very smart piggy.
Yeah, I know.
That
He
He's my
thinks he's very
baby.
smart.
My baby boy.
Want to make sure he's safe. Don't follow us.
I did tell him to wait there for me, so if I don't show up, he's supposed to wait there.
What if you never showed up?
I would show up. Don't say that.
Yes.
It's gonna be like the dog thing in
Let's
Japan.
not. I will cry. Let's not do
It's like
this.
that episode of Futurama.
Let's not. I will cry. I will cry.
So, okay.
Stop.
So since the three of you are with Alonzo, you guys see something very strange. You know when you normally would, like, use something to, like, get yourself distance up? Alonzo just basically ascends and pushes the manhole cover, like as though he leaped very high, very quickly.
That's hot.
And he extends a hand down to all of you. Quickly.
Yup. Can I grab
I
it?
just like to think like he doesn't like leap, like he just like T-poses up.
Enough.
Fuck you for giving me that mental image. How dare you?
That's like what I immediately thought when you say he just ascends. I was like,
My people need me. I must go.
New.
I grab his hand and I reach down for someone else's hand, and we're just gonna fucking yoke through this hole.
I'll
or wherever we're
help
going to.
Dana up
Well,
before me.
while Alonzo doesn't really look particularly strong, he's able to hoist you all up.
Yeet. Yoink.
The rest of you,
So
Wraith
where
and Paultrina.
we end up?
So you guys ended up right here, whereas Wraith and Paultrina are more like right here.
The classic pincer maneuver.
Yep, so you guys are first, Wraith and Paultrina. You guys see the Central Marketway. There is certainly a sight to behold. You know, the cloud is headed upward. When you see there is some people crumpled in the middle of the town center.
oh fuck.
Okay,
You know-
I'll say this just to make sure it's clear. Running there, but staying right
Yeah,
next to... You know how you can run to a building so you can like, get cover and hide if you need
Right.
to? That's how Wraith is running, so if he needs to, he will immediately
Yeah.
stealth when he sees danger.
There's a crowd of there are people scattering.
Okay, that's what he's
So-
gonna do, though. Just stay as fast as you can that way.
I mean, I'm just going to follow Wraith and just ruin his stealth with my heavy armor, but okay.
It's fair, but
Oh,
that's what Wraith would do. He would always tries to get hidden first.
So you see three figures in the middle of the where it looks like the explosion happened, standing on top of like a very destroyed looking symbol, as though like there was previously once a symbol there, but it has been destroyed to bits by the tossed stone and all the
Gosh,
explosions.
Bits is powerful.
Yeah, Bits unleashed his maximum power.
We love
Yeah.
that for him.
He's the BBEG.
Sorry, I couldn't help it,
It
Gerald.
was
Yeah.
just all along.
The first person that you see is an individual with bat wings.
Oh boy.
Hot.
You would remember this person to be Merhalpin.
What's he doing?
Slowly staggering to his feet.
Oh fuck.
He
Well,
has
that
been
seems like
attacked.
And we're running. We're
And
running.
you're running.
We're not
Amazing.
there yet. I
Yeah,
don't think.
so as he's staggering to his feet is when you guys get out from the sewer at this spot over here.
Solid.
Kind of like underneath him, you notice Lincoln, his armor tarnished. Merhalpin
no.
begins to help him up. And in Lincoln's arms seems to be just some random human commoner.
Citizen.
Citizen.
Stormtrooper.
And that is what you see is
My lord.
Merhalpen helping up Lincoln, who is holding on to this human commoner.
She dead?
No,
Or he?
It.
man,
Them.
male.
It?
Okay.
Well, if
Not
it's
an
not
it.
he or she,
It's
therefore
a them. No.
Yes, they, them.
They, them.
They, them.
So perception check to look for danger before Wraith does anything, because he
Perception
is
check to
worried.
look for danger. Well, I mean, it looks like there was an explosion.
The danger zone.
I guess to look for bad guys that possibly are hidden, still out of sight.
Fair
That's
enough.
what Wraith would do. He would take an extra little bit before running over there. He wouldn't. Like, some of us might instantly run over there and go, hey, how can I help you? He would not do that.
Nope, that's Peltrina's job. Peltrina is going to run over there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Wraith is sitting
What
back
is going on?
in cover going, are there more things that could blow up? Where are they? Are there people going to blow things up?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I need to check for anything. If I don't, that's fine. But that's what he's doing first.
Perception.
What is happening?
Oh, not the best roll.
That's
That's an 11.
Peltrina's job.
That's an 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, 11. You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. He'll stay in cover for a few seconds just because that's what he would do.
Yep, so
Oh,
Peltrina,
God.
I know, is rushing over. The other group, you have seen this all happen.
And I'm running.
Got a new.
New. Alright, so you three are running.
Does Molasses come with us, or is he going back under
Molasses, you mean Alonzo? Alonzo is
the
silently
ground? That's my
cursing.
pet name for him.
Okay. Molasses is silently cursing underneath his breath at this happening. And he is following.
Right. Don't worry, Molasses. I won't let them arrest you. You've done nothing wrong that I know of.
So,
I'll-
Peltrina, your group, Peltrina and the group of 4 that are running, you almost have like a midway collision in the center of town to check on these individuals. But you're not the only ones that are making this midway collision, as you all almost get tossed over when Mbai stops on a
Mbai.
dime, like right next to you. I mean, that's
Is that
Peltrina
an
too with her
earthquake?
heavy armor.
The ground.
I also have heavy armor.
Yeah, the ground quakes.
Protect mode engaged.
Okay, I gotta get close enough to these boys.
As you get close up to these boys, Merhalpen is breathing heavily. Doctor, Peltrina, executioner, and he is clearly about to pass out.
I've got him. I'll catch him.
Okay, and you catch him.
Haha.
Falls
Got
into your
him.
arms.
Look at this baby.
I'll check his pulse, and as I check his pulse, I'm gonna press my fingers against his throat. Give him a good cure wound. A singular cure wound. Just one. I'm gonna cure one wound.
One whole cure wound.
Mm-hmm.
One whole wound. 11 points of heal.
Mm-hmm.
And
His
I
eyes slowly.
will tell my how heal.
His eyes slowly begin to open again from being unconscious. Moments after this is happening, Anur arrives on the scene to also be a worried dad.
Hey, buddy, I gotcha.
You know?
What?
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 Hmm?
Hmm?
I'm confused.
I said I got you, buddy, and then you said something. I was like,
Oh, I said Anur came over. I don't know if you heard that.
yeah, I did.
Okay.
He's being worried, Dad. Yes,
He's being a worried dad.
I have your son. He is okay.
Yeah, I heal my Hoppin for 9 HPs.
fuck Lincoln, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm going over to
yeah,
help
Merhalpen's
Lincoln.
like,
I thought you healed Lincoln already.
no.
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 Merhalpen was the
Mirror
first one who...
She
happened.
didn't twin
Alright,
spell it.
I'll heal Lincoln as well.
Yeah,
I'm
Merhalpen...
already walking over.
Merhalpen's like,
No, because
Just up right
I
there.
thought you healed Lincoln.
He thought
No.
you healed Lincoln, and he needed to heal Mirhappen. There was
Yeah.
confusion.
yeah, Merhalpen is going to say, because of how things happen, Lincoln needs the healing
Lincoln.
more than I do.
I'm going to comfort the random weird civilian.
Yeah, the civilian who's just there is like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. And so,
Merhalpen.
Lincoln.
There, now. Pat on head.
Merhalpen, what happened?
It's a little fuzzy, but I was on a walk with Lincoln. There was a crowd gathering in the Central Marketway about some kind of weird
Symbol?
symbol. Yeah, you could call it. This gentleman got shoved into the center accidentally, and it began to glow. Lincoln realized that it was going to explode and threw himself over the individual. I don't know what it was, but I recognized the blast. It would have been too much for him to take alone. I think it's similar to whatever fire the cult people do. And as a
Someone
result,
should get the MRG.
I was able to withstand it.
Oh, I'm glad you're okay.
Is there
As
still
am
a
I.
remnant of the symbol left?
It is completely blown up as a variety of pieces. Like, all over everywhere.
Well, can we do a check of some sort to collect as many pieces as we can to get it to the MRG?
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Do you want me to roll something for that? Or can I just do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on.
I'll make sure my house can stand on.
I was trying to find something. Just roll me a survival check.
Man, I wish it was not a survival check.
I'm sorry. Finding thing, or you can make an investigation instead.
That's better with a 0+.
You find a good portion of
You
the
know,
pieces.
if it was a survival, not good.
I rolled a 17.
You rolled a 17 with your
Your
with
powers
with
combined.
your powers combined. You find the pieces that you would need.
I'm really surprised the MRG's not already here. But
After the other, everyone else has arrived on the scene. The MRG is the next group to arrive.
What was it?
They're like, one of them is, not one of them. Hold on. Byral has stepped forward out of the two of them. My God. The devastation here. This is terrifying.
somebody put something on the ground. Gives pieces.
I can see that. I can almost visualize what happened within my mind.
Out of character. This guy's being very dramatic because I want to
She-
be like, yeah, so can I. Explosion. But this is not an appropriate time for Sarah sarcasm.
She looks over to you, Casimir. Well, this cult just got a lot more dangerous.
I mean, 4 of them together could create a fire elemental.
I
Right,
this
but
was
they're brazen enough to do something like this in the middle of town, and they got away with it.
I mean, apparently they were also helping the bandits outside of town as well.
Makes sense.
I believe this was an act of terror. Listen,
You could
Agreed.
say terrorism, really.
I believe they're trying to send a message and steal as much fear as they can.
Well, she kind of like looks over to the people that are leaving as a result of this. Certainly did its job.
Now, I'm sure cooler heads will prevail and everyone will forget it by tomorrow.
And by kind of like straightens up. You're right. Because by tomorrow I'll wipe them out. And he begins to walk off.
Okay, have fun. Stay safe. Don't forget to bring a
Sureena
pack
was like,
lunch.
good luck, have fun.
Extreme and utter confidence.
Oh, let's
I don't
stay
know if it was
safe.
confidence, if it was more rage.
Deep, seething rage.
I don't know, but he needs to remember to bring a pack lunch, or else he's gonna get hungry.
You're right. My bad.
Are you two doing all right now?
Whomst are you referring to?
Lincoln and Merhalpin.
So Merhalpin feeling much better, but still, shaken. I'm doing fine enough. Might need some time to heal the blasting into stone part. Lincoln is unconscious, but clearly alive. It is clear the blast took a lot of toll on him physically.
I did what I could, but he should be fine.
Right, well, if we could move him to some sort of bed, I might be able to help him out just a bit more.
Nora nods. I still have a few more beds.
Thank you, Honor.
We'll see what I can do as well.
Could you, a very strong man, lift him up for me?
Anor does as such. He's got the strength, right? Well, he goes to lift him up, and Merhalpin's already doing it.
Merhalpin, dear, I don't think you should strain yourself so much.
I'll be fine to get to the orphanage at least.
As a doctor, I can't recommend you doing strenuous work. You might have internal bleeding. And no, that's not just where the blood's supposed to be. And I give him a half smile.
He sighs and gently sets him down for Anor to lift him up.
Thank you.
And yeah, back to the orphanage.
Well, while they go to the orphanage, I gotta go run and get bits.
You gotta run and get bits, right?
And then I'm gonna be at the
So you
orphanage.
run, you grab bits,
As
go
we're
back to
walking
the orphanage.
Straight to bed for you the moment we get back, Merhalpin.
Comes out of hiding. I think it's safe.
I just like to imagine Wraith doesn't do that till the next day. I think it's safe.
Not late, but yeah. He definitely waits longer than probably should be necessary before he does.
We're already gone. I think it's safe.
It's like midnight.
Yeah.
When I get back,
Yeah, so you get back.
I'm gonna cast the second level Cure Wounds on Link, my boy.
Link, my boy.
Link boy, me Bob.
Link, boy, me. 14 healing.
Yeah.
Zelda
And-
could have done 15.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Lincoln slowly begins to
Wow.
wake up.
Okay. Hello, darling.
Doctor?
That's me. Yes.
Why does it look so fuzzy in the room?
Well, you just suffered a lot of newtons of force.
What's a Newton?
Do
Is
you
that a
know
snack?
your name? Where you
There are
are?
figs in it.
Do you know your name, where you are, and what day it is?
I think
It's
I'm
sad I could
Lincoln. It looks like I'm in a room.
Sounds like you have a concussion.
Uh, I thought it was Tryla.
What is today?
It is Tryla.
Nice.
Okay.
The third day. We'll get into specific dates at a different time.
Seems to be responding to the stimuli well, and no loss of memory. Hopefully the trauma wasn't too bad.
Is the person that got thrown into the middle of the explodey thingy okay?
Yes, she's fine.
I
See?
thought it was a dude.
See?
I thought I could have sworn
Nope.
someone referred
Male.
to the. Yeah, that's she. Yeah, he's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna go to sleep now. He's gonna lean back against the bed if you let him go to sleep.
I will. I mean, he's not concussed, so it's fine.
We couldn't let him sleep if more signs of trauma. He seems to be. So he will
Alright.
sleep.
Well, I'm gonna spend the rest of the day making. If you need me, I'll be in the kitchen.
All right.
Making what?
I'm gonna be making some potions of healing. Specifically, a potion of healing because it takes a day.
Ah, fair enough.
A singular potion of healing.
A singular potion of healing.
All right. You get more ingredients to make a,
I have a
another potion.
You have a question. I have an
What is
answer.
your question, love it?
Where's my boy Molasses? Where'd he go?
Ah, Molasses. Well, he's still in the center of town at the moment. Unless...
Because he's slow.
I mean, like, if you guys went to the orphanage, he didn't follow you to the orphanage, for instance.
Alright, well, I'm assuming everyone else went forward because I had a question I wanted to ask him.
Yeah, by all means, you can do that.
I'm going to whisper you the question because I don't know if I would want everyone to hear it.
Okay, fair enough.
Gasp.
But so you guys can go ahead. I just needed to know where he was at.
I await your question.
Well, the question is, want to get some?
Nope.
You trying to smash?
You down to pound?
Listen, Envi's not the only one going on a murder quest.
I'm hiring a hit. Yeah, he got me, guys.
No, that's not what I meant. You'll figure it
About
out.
to murder dead ass! I'm just kidding.
Of course, my mistake. I have a body, you have a body slammed together a few times. Yeah, there you go.
You and me ain't nothing but mammals. Do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. So like they do on the Discovery.
Long story short, you hate this. Oh, sorry to hear that.
It's fine. I can't unsee it.
I await this question.
It's a very long type,
Oh,
sorry.
boy.
It's not too bad. I've written longer.
Oh yeah, I would have handed the stuff off to the MRG.
Okay.
That R is supposed to be aren't, but you know, it's really hard to type in that tiny window.
Well, there you go.
It's a widow window.
Thank you. Oh. Okay. I was not expecting this.
That's fair.
I
So
will
they
thank
are
him.
having sex.
I will
Yes.
thank him and let him go do his business. Okay, I will put this in my backpack.
Oh, the voucher for sexy times. Of
Yep,
course.
it's definitely that. It's also something I can pull out of the compendium, so I mean, you just have to know the special code to find it.
Yeah.
How
Yeah?
dare you? He knows what he did.
It's better than the other one, I assume.
So yes, back I guess to
Yeah.
the Red Dragon Orphanage.
Thank you, Jared.
Taking no problemo. You're taking care of a couple of injured boys. There is a bit of panic amongst the other kids, but our helping reassures them that he is okay. He is just fine. Just fine, and of course, being the worried individuals they are, this does not quell their worries.
Especially if he says it exactly that, where he coughs halfway through saying he's fine. You know?
I'm fine.
This blood coming out of my mouth? Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, that's not blood, that's strawberry soda. What's
Oh.
soda?
The doc said I have internal bleeding, but that's okay, because that's where the blood's supposed to be.
Rob looks over. That makes sense.
What's your blood type? Red.
I had jelly for lunch. See? Jelly.
Yeah.
It's iron jelly.
Iron
Not very
jelly.
good. You don't want to taste it.
But yes, Nor is your nurse for this, I guess. Your second nurse? I don't know.
Third nurse, really, because, Thane's there.
Well, who's the second?
Who's the
I
second
believe I was
nurse?
already being counted. Yeah. Reese is the doctor.
Reese is the doctor.
I did not go to school for that long to be called a nurse. I'm not in debt because I'm a nurse.
Now I want a scene of Risa walking into a hospital and like telling doctors what to do, and they're like, "Nurse, you need to calm down." She's
And
like,
she's like, what?
"What?"
The sword comes out.
Sureena, can I fight these people? Yes, my child.
My
Kill.
child, they
She's
need
like,
to be
"All right."
ended, clearly. End their existence, my child.
Oh, if you guys gotta come with me, I gotta go make some food.
Oh, okay. We're going on an adventure.
Aren't we already on an adventure? The adventure of friendship? Except for Wraith. Wraith is on an adventure of murder and friendship, I guess.
And friendship?
I mean, it depends. He's getting closer to at least one of us. Listen, I don't care how hard you try. I don't think you're gonna have to literally throw Paltrina off a cliff to get her to unstick it.
Murder.
Let's
I don't know if he's about murder.
Let's not give Wraith any
Okay,
ideas.
says the man who
happened.
literally murdered 4 people already.
You have killed the
It's
most
not
people.
murder if they were trying to kill us.
I'm about to say
Well,
that's
that's still murder.
It's still murder, just more justifiable.
self-defense.
It's just
Still
killing
murder.
at that point.
I'll
Which
keep-
I
I'll keep
still
this
think
in
is
mind.
wrong, Wait. You shouldn't have
Listen,
killed them.
if Dexter murders other serial killers, does that make him a murderer? Yes.
If he kills them as they're trying to stab someone, no.
I like the rule of if you kill one murderer, there's still a murderer in the world. You should just kill two.
Yeah, it's you. You killed the murderer.
No, you
You
just
are
kill
the
two.
murderer.
You just kill 2.
How does the Black Widow approach?
How about this, though? Before anyone, or attacked anyone, you blew a guy.
Yeah. So that one.
No,
was
they're
like
right.
something.
Murdered them, Wait. That is true. They hadn't actually tried to stab anyone. You opened combat with the murdering of, like, blowing their brains out. And that's how they all knew that we
Yeah.
were there.
There wasn't 2 guards that were already unconscious on the ground bleeding because of
There you
combat.
go.
We're talking about a different circumstance where you did this. I'm pretty sure.
That was the farmer, I believe. I believe.
Like blew another man's brains out.
No, the
Yeah,
first group of before we got.
Yeah, it was
to
the first
farm.
group of people, which thus proves the point that you can't be trusted because you can't remember which murder it was.
Once again, they're not murder; they're self-defenses.
That was
That was
they-
self-defense.
hostile action
That one wasn't.
went through.
The other ones, yeah, but that first one, when they didn't even know we were there. Yeah, no, that.
Oh, they knew the group was there. Wraith had stealth good enough that they didn't know he was there.
Right. So once again, this is murder.
Murder.
The group that would not give up, even though they were outmanned and out whatever, they were willing to fight
Yeah,
to the death.
you take them prisoner.
You
No.
killed
Okay.
you killed one
Wraith good on his
Two.
decision.
right off the bat. You killed one like right off the bat before
Yep.
any hostile action was clearly taken.
Yep, Wraith's good on his decision.
I mean, that's fine. It's a cool motive, still murder.
Still
Nah.
murder.
I still
Listen,
stand to
only
though.
murderers
Only
justify
that
their
one,
actions
that
in
first
their own
one
minds.
was murder. All the rest was just, calm.
Murder. Facts on murder.
Murder.
What else is
Okay.
happening?
Fake news about murder, but yeah.
If we're not doing anything, we have time still.
There's time
that
for-
There's that chest brand metalworking shop job.
Sure, if that's what you want to do.
I could get out of the place that has injured people being tended to because that makes me all squeamish. I'd like to go just follow Wraith to this metalworking job.
Yep.
I've got Smith tools. I can help.
Yep. hmm
All right.
As I said, if you really want to get rid of Paltrina as your friend, you're gonna have to chuck her off a cliff. because
Well,
she liked you.
or just do, like, doctory stuff in the place that you normally would go to get away from the doctory. So she has to go somewhere else to do the doctory stuff.
All right. So the two of you head out to the metalworking shop. There is Arvin toiling away as he normally does. He's in the middle of a transaction. He quickly finishes it up as you approach. Wraith, Sureena. How can I help you?
Well, hopefully today we can maybe help each other. I've got some time to kill, and it's been it felt good to get some smithing done the other day. I was wondering if you needed a hand, and
I suppose I could use some help. He just kind of gets up, kind of dusts his hands. I need to cook dinner, and nails need to be made.
that very much is doable.
Yeah, he's murdering time now.
He gets up, and he gets to work.
Look, I'm just going to throw this out there. What's a large group of crows called? That's right, a murder. But you don't see everyone panicking at seeing that. Unless if it's coming at you, then it's terrifying. But
I will roll
other than
natural 16 to kill time.
Yeah, natural 16 to kill time. Time's still alive. Sorry.
There you go. See, I did not kill time, guys.
I rolled in that 20
Well,
against
Sureena killed
Jared.
time. I guess I guess I'm gonna scrap the calendar. Yeah.
That's even better. Yep, but he'll just make nails or horseshoes or whatever he needs made for the rest of the afternoon until evening time, since I don't think we have anything to do. For whatever money he can make.
Yeah. He is giving you a laborer's wage.
It's like, I'm just gonna be there helping Wraith, but not actually to get paid, because Wraith is probably doing all the work, and I'm just like handing him a tool every time he asks.
Well, let me see how much it is for a skilled worker. Somewhere here. Services. So you're gonna get 2 GP for your work.
More than acceptable.
Meanwhile, there's healing going on over there. Kazir, do you eventually go to the Red Dragon? Casimir? Casimir!
Lover.
Yeah. Yeah, I do go back to the Red Dragon Inn. I was just thinking, sorry.
Okay. And then I'm assuming Risa, you and Thana spend a lot of time just doing medical doctory things.
Yep, yep, yep.
Risa?
Just making my potion. I don't know what Thana's doing.
Okay.
I mean, could I offer aid?
Whoa there.
I also know how to make potions. We can make potions together.
If you'd like, I guess.
We're having chef's time in the kitchen.
And who is there to make sure you don't catch fire on anything? Knowing how well your cooking goes.
Ooh.
I'm joking.
The healing potion is done. I'm gonna go back into Lincoln's room, and I'm gonna feed him the healing potion to help his
Healing
insides.
You feed him the freshly made healing potion. He cries, "Ah, it is hot."
It is hot.
And a liquid. This is not what should be. I'm joking. It's fine.
Yeah, I
Spent my
give him.
life dedicated to Jesus Christ, and this is the thanks I get.
Yeah, I give him the potion so that I can help out whatever's going on internally from his concussive force. And then I got nothing else to do. I'm probably going to eat dinner, go to bed. I don't know.
Good times.
There is a few things for a few of you.
Tomato soup.
Oh, oh. So we'll start with Wraith and Paltrina. Once dinner is finished, Arvin kind of like steps outside. Is like, "Do you two want dinner to eat since you're here already?"
I never say no to hot food.
Okay.
Funny, I was gonna say no, but I guess if we're staying, I guess.
So you're brought inside. You would notice that their shop also doubles function as a house. A very modest, nice house. They've got a plain table that looks to have been assembled by the two of them. Unlike the metalworking that Arvin is known for, this carpentry is shaky, to say the least. Like, it's a functioning table, but it's not a good-looking table. It's just kind of there. It exists. It was made. It doesn't really look good, but, it works.
And that's all that matters.
Don't know woodworking, or I try to help the table.
Help table with the table. You're
Look, anything can be a table if you're brave enough.
wink.
You're right.
So your dinner
Also,
is
got a fucking living room table made out of a dragon skeleton.
is a small bowl of soup and a piece of bread with a little bit of butter.
And this one really likes their soup.
Yeah, because soup is pretty easy to make.
Throw some stuff in a pot.
You throw some stuff in a pot, and there you go.
Is there like no local cuisine here?
Soup.
Buttered
Soup?
toast.
Buttered toast. What do you want?
Buttered toast, Eddie.
Throw leftovers into a pot and soup. Yeah, like, what? Ah, yes, I fillet my fish every night. These are commoners. Come on. Well, okay. Maybe not commoners, but,
They're working
He's living a
people.
commoner's life.
Yeah, they're living
But with a better
commoners'
level.
life and wages.
I don't get time for that.
Listen,
That's why Rick never says no to food.
Arvin out here living the high life. Yeah, little chew down the streets and eating water and soup for the past 6 years. And the man gets some beans, occasionally a little bit of rice, and then soup. And that's it. That's the 3 food groups.
And toast.
And toast. There's the final
Bean
one.
soup,
Bean
slightly
soup.
less bean soup, some rice soup, and bread soup. You take your pick, okay?
Take your pick.
And like you spread the buttered toast. Like you spread the beans on the buttered toast.
Water castles for the beans on the buttered toast. Sometimes you get beans and rice on a day.
That's a good day.
That's a good day.
Is that Uncle Ben's right there? Never
But yeah,
mind.
they off. I didn't catch the reference. Sorry.
Nah, it's
They
good.
make it rice bland.
Yeah. Uncle Ben's is a rice brand.
I love that one. I love that one meme where Spider-Man is out grocery shopping. He sees Uncle Ben's rice, and he breaks
Uncle
out
Bean.
crying.
Yeah. I too see Uncle Bean.
Shut up! Don't make fun of me, G. I do it all the time. You can keep doing
Yeah.
it.
Wraith will thank them for the meal after he's done.
Do you have any questions at dinner for either of them?
Well, I'll
anything?
relay the story about the explosion in center of town, just so he stays up with current event.
He's like, okay, all right. They kind of exchange like the two of them kind of like exchange glances to one another, like,
People may want some more personal, armament and whatnot. You may see an increase in business.
That's not what I'm focused on, but you might be right. Takes another bite of soup.
After he's done, he'll just tell them to stay safe, and if they need help or anything, don't hesitate to call. By call, he means make loud noises so they can come running.
Eat your vegetables.
Eat your soup. Get big and strong. Simple. Poor little Jimmy.
Just boiled water.
Poor little Jimmy. But yeah. Yep. So they are now aware of what has happened in the city. Now fully aware of what has happened in the city.
Like, I heard a boom today.
For better or worse.
For better or worse. And now, who knows? Who knows if they will continue to remain in the city?
And I just want to point out, I did leave out the bit of the story with the silver rapiers. They weren't in the city.
I figured.
Okay.
I mean, they're technically not in the city anyways, so.
They are technically not in the city. However, do they want to be adjacent to the city? That's a question.
They're under the city, aren't they?
No,
Do they really want to
he means the
abandon their
blacksmith,
entire livelihood and work
not
that they
the
just laid
silver
out?
rapier of faith.
They might.
I mean, if your life is in danger, maybe.
Well, look,
I want to.
the rest of the world uses Dismar instead of the word depressing. So, it's just... it might be better for them.
I want to let you know that out of character, these two specifically have a contingency in case they ever needed to leave. That's why they live outside the city.
The rest of the world is like, man, this event sure is Dismar.
I'm feeling really Dismar.
You see her dress.
Alright.
I hate.
But yes.
So you find it Dismar?
Got it.
I
Next.
find that I made that.
Next, we move over to Thana. Thana, as you're kind of finishing up with the potion, Reese is taking it away. You hear a familiar voice within your mind. Hey, Thana. Okay, that was a little dicey today with the thing that happened. When I said that nothing good come from this guy, this dude. I think I've got a better understanding of the bad things that might happen.
Oh boy, do tell, Bethis.
Okay. So hear me out here. All right. This guy that you're dealing with, I know vaguely of him. I've heard his title to be Oblivion, is what he calls himself.
Edgelord McGee, number 3.
Ah, yes. Doesn't exactly have the ring as the Whisperer, I suppose.
Right. It's a stupid name. It's dumb. It's really cheesy. But whatever. He's a guy that exists. He's out there on the hustle with his name. Whatever. Okay. So I reasonably suspect that this cult has to do one of two things. It obviously involves the dude, and it involves the other girl with the arm. I don't know if there's more facets to it or what they have going on. But my assumption is that they're trying to execute some form of ritual. That's generally what a lot of cults are trying to do. And if I had to put money on it, and by all means, I've got a ton of money, my suspicion would be that they've got some kind of ritual they want to do here in Dismar, likely involving bringing forth this Oblivion guy. That's just what I'm hearing. Skeleton Jim Bob down there, he told me. He would never lie to me. He would never lie to me.
We do always trust Jim Bob.
Exactly. Actually, fuck Jim Bob. I killed him. Hate Jim Bob.
I mean, isn't that why he's a skeleton?
I like to think like when he said I have money, I thought he was gonna finish. I have money on this. I was like thinking it was I wonder if he's like using like Thanos' like life and like point of view, like the Truman Show, and like they place bets on what's going to happen.
Oh yeah. Oh, he definitely does.
He just broadcasts it to his entire realm.
Yep.
Oh man. Wow.
Okay, well, good checking in with you. Have a good rest of your day. Have fun with the information. Good luck. Have fun.
Thank you, Vezes.
No problem. Kill it out there. Don't get killed.
I will try my best. I'm just like having this conversation with like the grimmest look on my face as I just like stare down at whatever I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's talk. Let's get everyone together, I guess. And I'm just gonna start knocking on doors.
You mean the doors of Casimir and Risa?
Yeah. Dr. Risa, Casimir.
Don't share a room. Are you knocking on separate doors?
Knocked on individual doors.
Got it.
Brought everyone, and I'm assuming also a newer together.
Yeah.
The adults.
Okay. Guess I will come.
New information has been brought to my attention. Apparently, the being this cult follows goes by the name of Oblivion. And what they appear to be doing is they're trying to bring forth, the cult is trying to bring forth Oblivion, using a ritual with Dismar as the setting.
Nor nods. Then getting rid of the cult would logically be the next best step.
Of the utmost importance, yes. Because it will not bode well, to say the least. If I say even a facet of this ritual were to go off. Who's to say they haven't already taken steps to start it?
Norn nods. Well, for the sake of the city, I would implore you to come to its aid once more. If not for the rest of it, then at least for me. Because I'll certainly have to spend more time taking extra precautions here to ensure nothing slips by and happens to the kids here.
Yes, I believe I speak for at least most of us when I say that we can't just leave and let this happen. So I'm all for standing in the way of this cult and stopping Oblivion. She says, looking to Casimir and Risa.
I got back in the middle of this.
Oh no.
I went to go pull clothes out of the dryer.
Okay, so basically what is being asked of you is to help the city against the cult. Because the cult wants to summon a being known as Oblivion.
Lit.
Yeah,
Sweet.
and specifically they're using Dismar as the location to do this.
Yes.
Of course, no one would ever expect a place that's named literally after dismay.
Or Dismal.
That wasn't the point! Okay? Stop bullying
It's a
the
great
name of my
town.
city.
Yeah, no.
Just kidding. It's okay.
Actual bullies.
Dana called the group together saying she got new information. The
Gotcha.
creature that the cult follows is Oblivion, and it ain't looking good for Dismar. And she was speculating whether or not this, whatever ritual they're trying to pull off, has already started.
Will you shout forth the jaws of Oblivion?
The Abyss returns even the boldest gaze.
Sounds cool.
Yep.
Not sure if cool is the right word, but I appreciate your help nonetheless.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is the big evil. That's supposed to be completely unprecedented.
I hope not.
If it is, I mean, we're very ill-equipped.
Yes, especially with a name like Oblivion.
I'm sure when the time comes, you'll find you're more equipped than you thought previously.
That's hopeful. Hope is good. I guess. That actually contradicts my earlier thoughts. Is hope good? It might be bad.
I think
I'd
it's a
like to
wonderful
think hope
thing.
is good.
Hmm.
Hope definitely can be good.
Sure. I mean, it's seeming to work out just fine so far. Okay, I have a question. Just like throwing this out there to everyone. And as I say this, I pull out one of my incense and I start lighting it up.
Uh,
So, like, is it possible to call something a reform if the reform is just that you have new leadership, unrelated to the problem at hand?
I suppose you can call anything reform if there's even one change.
But if it doesn't change the system that it seeks to reform, is it a reform or just a band aid to make people think that you did something?
I suppose that's subjective.
Hmm. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm siding with Wraith here. I don't trust the Silver Rapiers.
You sound so shocked.
Yes, I can't say I do either, but trying to antagonize them antagonizing them while we're trying to get information from them wasn't the best step.
Yes, well, he's never been good at tact, but at least he gets straight to the point. It avoids circular reasoning. She managed to dodge a question by posing an even sillier question.
What was that?
Well, I asked what she would do for the guards. What would be the reform? What's the issue? She answered that by saying, well, we're gonna have a person in charge who will make sure that they're not taken advantage of. Seems to me like any new king or queen candidate would do the same. There's no real reform there. It's just hopefully someone who's not near. But then it made me question, is everyone equally as silly that's chosen for this task? It's like the leaders of this town collectively have 3 brain cells. And I thought that Imbai had at least one of them, but he said he was going to handle a whole cult in a night. Now, while I found that to be very hot, I don't think he'll be able to achieve that.
I do think he was mainly speaking out of rage.
Yes, well, never been big on letting his emotions run high. He's impulsive. It's not good. I don't know. I'm not a politician, though. Not my job to make laws. My job is to save people. So,
Yep. That's why I strayed away from my mother's work.
your mother was a politician.
Yes, an ambassador. I believe she still is.
You're not. Well, I guess none of us are sure. We lost the whole year.
Yep. I should probably write her, but she often did say that she had ways of finding me.
Ways to find you. I remind you of someone?
Are you saying this in character?
Yep.
Hmm. Wow. You mean okay. Out of character, I have an idea, but in character, she's like, no.
That's cool. I'm gonna go to bed.
Bad might be for the best. Good night to everyone.
Good night. Risa,
So,
Sleep.
as you're walking away, Nura kind of just like gently taps you on the shoulder.
yes. No.
I had hoped that you would wait before getting, before using your herbs. But I wish to ask you, perhaps you'd like to share my room with me.
Sizzles out after the second puff. Yes, I do think that would be most enjoyable.
Nor and we sitting in the room.
Hell yeah.
Slap cheeks.
SEX. That's the end of the song.
That's the end of the
That's
song.
the end of the song.
XEX.
Reese's
Why,
absolutely down to pound. Are you kidding?
And so you
XOXO, then a couple of eyes into that O.
and then a couple
Yeah.
of eyes emojis, yeah. Yeah, he'll give you a smile and escort you to his room. Unless
Love
Wraith
that.
Paltrina, you got Casimir, any last minute things?
No.
You're done?
I go on a wild, fantastic adventure in the middle of the night. No,
Ah,
no,
of
I
course.
got-
Alright.
I go to bed. Play around with my weasel.
That's what they're calling it now.
Oh my god. Wow, Paltrina.
Wow.
How forward.
I know what I said.
I didn't know it was like that, Paltrina.
Look, I'm just saying. I read the very slutty book and then I play with my weasel. It's
That's all. That's it.
That's it.
Say
That's
no
it.
more.
nothing is wrong with that.
No, nothing at all.
She's
It's
a little
healthy.
creature.
Then I
Ew,
No
guess,
one
let's
said
not
anything.
call her a little creature.
I guess that is her end tonight's
It might
session.
need a bath though, so I might actually go take a bath first.